Okay, welcome back everyone to Ridding the Rot. We are on session. I don't know the number actually. I did not look this up beforehand, so I'll add that later to the YouTube video after it's published. But as of now, episode Festivities, where we have the Shadow's End, who just had their first encounter with the real Zimmit. Z has now become a lot more chill of a character, the chaotic good version of himself, so to speak. And Zimmit, when he stepped across Raoden's magical, non-magical warded area, the threshold of that magical warding that blocked all magic, the magic that was, whatever was affecting Zimmit was pushed down, shoved down, and snuffed out for the moment, or squelched for the moment. And the real Z was able to interact with everyone for the first time in a while. Now, Kanari, Kanari, Nemo, Karha, Thea, all of you guys kind of went to ask Raoden what was going on, and you guys discovered that Raoden's place was attacked by a rival High Prince house. So this rival High Princes, the Verdens, the family, the Verdens, and the High Princess, the one who's in control of the family in the moment, had attacked him using a genie of sorts, a water genie specifically is what he said. He trapped it within his small void globe, but he doesn't know how long that'll stand and how long that globe will work. So as a double protection, he's using the non-magical ward to try to keep the thing at bay, even if it does come out of this shell that he put it in. And you guys discovered, Z realized who it was that sent this Marid genie. The Marid. Marid. Anyway. The Marid, yeah. And as you guys kind of got to know him a little bit better after that, there was a bit of a drinking game that was exchanged. Some Dream Maker was fetched from the kitchens by Funnel, one of the newer servants hired, because there's very high turnover in Raoden's household staff. And let's see, some bonding between Thea, Z, and Nemo to an extent, actually, and Kanari, who ended up drinking some of the Dream Maker and actually passing out in the process, which has never happened for Kanari. And she dreamed for the first time ever. Tai herself being able to weave her dreams for the first time ever as well. Something that Tai has probably never been able to do, being an underage dream weaver in the past, back in Dalcourt. Now, after some of these encounters here, Nemo almost got himself in trouble with Jen Yin when he brought a passed out Kanari back to him, but was able to assuage the situation. Jen Yin taking her back to your guys' kind of hideout to sleep it off. And everyone who was drinking it feeling amazing. This childlike joy filling them from the inside out. This drink itself seeming to be something. Oh, for Kanari, Tai recognized the taste as something from Dalcourt itself. The rest of you guys just knew it to be this childlike joy that filled you up once you drank it. Now, as they had their little drinking party, there was a bit of an interaction with Darian, a bit of an interaction with Alerna, the secretary that Raoden Raoden had keeping the list for the party. Raoden explained to you guys he was going to throw for the sake of his reputation, to keep it a bad reputation specifically. So to make sure people still think of him as insane and no threat to them, he wanted to throw his Nameday celebration as something that would make people think he's still crazy, in essence. So, with that in mind, he offers to all of you the crazy proposition of allowing you guys to invite whoever the heck you want for the sake of causing problems for the party itself, because he's going to invite all of the highest players, the high rollers of LFCAR, and having all kinds of randos as a part of the invitees would probably help his bad reputation in this. Now, you guys had offered some names. So we got Merrick LaCall from Jaskier Slash, Thea Bit. We have the Acolytes, some of the Acolytes of Town. We have a couple more names from different individuals, Lorkai being one of them. We have, let's see, did Shy, or we have Atsila Nahale invited as well. And let's see, did anyone else want to invite anyone else? Because I wrote down who you guys said last episode, and I wrote down what Kanari texted me, and I wrote down some of what Karhale, did you still want to invite Archie? Because I remember you texted me that. Did you still want to invite him?
I am neither here nor there on that.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's up to you if you want to, who you want to invite. I know you have Vomit and Mithra, and then Lorkai, Ben, and the family, Ben, and here, that was mentioned. Oh, Adine and Atoll. I'll add them to the list.
Yes, definitely them.
Cool.
I think I'm gonna say no for Archie.
Okay, no worries.
Who was Archie again?
He is one of the herbalists. He's probably the rich herbalist.
Right.
Entrepreneur owner down in Coel Town.
He's
the one that has
a
relationship with Karhale-ish. He hired Jaskier and Karhale to guard him.
The relationship there is tenuous.
Yeah, it's tenuous at best.
He screwed us over a little bit. Karhale punched him in the face.
Yep.
Shattered his poor little face. So we're kind
I
of.
think it's more tenuous on his end than your end. Like anytime you guys see each other in town, he just like goes the other direction. Pretends to not hear you calling if you try to call him, stuff like that.
Coward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just a coward.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, no worries.
See, I don't want to because I don't really care to interact with him, but it would get me back on his good side, and he's not a bad ally to have. You know what? We'll say yes. I'll say hi, and you know,
okay, I'll add him.
And otherwise not interact with him. But I think just getting the invite would get Karhale back on his good side.
That's really cute. Okay, so
it is completely selfish and shallow of a move.
Of course it is. The best kind of move for D&D. Okay. So we have a good list. Okay. So you guys have made
Shy's friends.
Shy's friends?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to invite all of them?
Yep.
Please invite Hania. Please.
Wait, who's Hania?
Oh, Hania is Shy's friend from the Ati tribe. He's the guy who gave.
Yeah. He definitely invites him and all his other friends and a bunch of.
How do I know more about your lore than you do? Good.
I was thinking Hania for some reason. I was thinking was one of Nemo's. I was thrown for. I don't know.
I assume Nemo has no one he wants to invite. Correct?
What'd you say?
Does Nemo have anyone he wants to invite?
He'd like to uninvite Karhale.
Mean.
No, there's no. Possibly.
You know who you could have invited, but he's dead? One of the sons of the Aljaber family. You remember the one son that Nemo like had kind of a buddy situation with, and then he was trying to sell Anala as a slave to him because she was a mageborn?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
I wasn't exactly buddy.
Well, you were trying to be because that was the whole thing. You were in
I
with it.
remember, yeah.
That's
Kinda.
wild. I vaguely remember that actually.
Yeah, that just came to mind. I just remembered that. But he's dead, so you can't invite him anyway.
He did.
He
All
did.
of them but one are dead, right?
Oh, you guys could invite Achelon or Patronus. That would be funny, actually.
Only in the hopes that there's going to be some sort of chaos at the party, because there probably will be, and they both get killed. I'm just kidding. What?
There probably will be.
Yeah, pretty
Let's
much.
see. Okay, so if that's all the invitees, Ilarna, she collects the list, she rolls it up and everything. She gives Thea a wink and then takes off for the night. Or for that was for the night. You guys had gone to bed actually last session. So this would have happened probably previous to the end of the drinking party and before Konari fell asleep and stuff. These were just the names given before the drinking party took its real climax and everyone went to sleep. So, back to Shy, who's presently over in this tapestry, gone to sleep. What happened last session was that Shy had, with Vomith and Mithva's help, more so on his own actually, he rolled really well, I think, for looking in the morning the next, after he woken up. But he found a water lily and a little fey bell that's basically the last remnants, the last echo of Ghibli and Wisp after they were dispersed during the Avatar interlude there. So the two of them, their remnant, was taken back by Shy, Vomith, and Mithva into the tapestry where he returned them to their refuge. A place he reflected on, he felt like he never should have taken them away from. He takes them to the center of the tapestry and he laid their remnants to rest at the base of the giant tree at the center. And they kind of all gather around the base of the tree in a moment of mourning, where the little red Oni boy that Shy saved and released into the tapestry, who he hadn't seen for a long time, had reemerged and brought some flowers to lay at the base of the tree. After those moments, Shy and the rest of them, I assume, rest for a period. And eventually, Shy, would you go back out to go look for it, or would you just call for Narcissus now to come get you?
Yeah, I'll go out and look for it.
Okay. So Shy picks himself up and goes out to look. Go ahead, Shy, give me a perception check.
Well, that's a nat 1. I don't know what my perception is, but probably not that good.
Nat 1 is good enough. You look for as long as you can, for as long as you have the interest to. I would say part of this is that Shy didn't really see where it landed. Part of it was seeing it from a different perspective, from different eyes, and where he thought it may have landed based on his perspective then is not quite a perspective you can replay now in your small little body.
Yeah.
Shy, you're able to see again, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd established that last session. Okay. So, as you look, unfortunately, you find nothing, and you call for Narcissus. Clicking the stone is easy enough, and eventually, as you're still looking, even then, for this stone, since it doesn't seem to come right away, eventually you hear the sounds of magic whirring in the distance, and a voice that you recognize. You guys move in that direction to find Narcissus, who exits a small portal on the ground. We lost her. Oh, there she is again. Hello again. But as Narcissus collects all of you, Vomith and Mithva, hold back at the initial beckoning from Narcissus, because for them, magic has never been a positive necessarily for their experience. They kind of shy away from the mage, someone who is reminiscent of the person who probably created the colors that they wore initially, the magical brands, the magical chains that they had initially. You realize you'll have to convince them to trust Narcissus here, because Narcissus kind of looks at you, not really knowing how to speak to them. He doesn't know giant.
Come on, guys. It's not that big a deal. This is my friend.
They look between each other. One like him imprisoned us years ago.
Yeah, but I've done all this magic too, and I haven't imprisoned you. I could have kept you in my tapestry, but...
That is different. You do not do this magic. That is different. You are like us. He is like them.
Yeah, but I could definitely kill him if he tried to, capture us. He's not really that strong. Look at him. He's pretty skinny.
Okay, roll persuasion check, but with advantage. That's actually pretty good. With advantage.
10.
10. A 10 is not super great. However, let me roll for them. Okay, so both of them kind of look between each other. Mithva does not look convinced. She kind of pulls back still, but Vomith kind of bumps her shoulder with his elbow, and he goes, I could crush him. One hand. Minimal strength. And Mithva just kind of looks at him for a few moments, breathes, and steps toward Narcissus. Narcissus, who is trying to look as innocent as he can, his hands up, open, very backing away, kind of punching in on himself and away from them a little bit. They're not going to try to break bones of mine or anything, are they?
Oh no, not at all. They don't understand common, right?
What were you? They do not. What were you just relating to them? That I wouldn't hurt them, correct?
Oh yeah, totally. And that I could hurt you, but that's not really any importance.
Oh, well, I suppose that's relatively true. He turns back to recast the teleportation circle. But he does toss over his shoulder and he goes, I would say, I don't know how fast you are. I might be able to get off a quick spell first. But he casts the teleportation circle again to allow you guys through, and he kind of waves you guys past. They all kind of give him a stink eye until he goes in first, and then the rest of you guys go.
Mm-hmm.
As everyone steps through, this area, it feels heavy. And that doesn't change. It hasn't changed for the length of time that you've been here. When you entered this forest, it felt like it was mourning something. And it hasn't changed. And now you are also in mourning. You step through and you are sent back to Elithkar. When you guys arrive, the bustling city is a little bit dampened. It's almost as though when you left the trees of mourning behind you through the portal, you step out into streets that are dampened by some recent travesty. You step outside of Narcissus' cottage and you see blood that's still being cleaned off the cobblestones. And you see people quieter, whispering somber tones. None of them really give you a second look as you're walking through, except when they realize the giant hulking figures that are also with you, drawing attention to themselves, very much so. But the eyes drift away with ease once they see the brands, the tattoos, the marks on their face, not brands, they're tattoos. And they realize who these characters are. Their eyes drift away and they don't give a second glance. You step through the town. Do you make your way back to the castle?
We're making our way to the castle.
Okay. So by the time you arrive back in the castle, it's pretty much still dawn. He went after you once the sun started to rise. So
Let Aaron back in.
Oh, thank you. Hi. You're able to reconvene with everyone. By the time you're about halfway up the mountain, Kanari, you actually sent Shy on the breeze that comes up to your cave. The place that you guys chose for your hideout was an optimal position to catch any sense of people coming towards the castle. You wanted to know ahead of time any visitors that Raoden might be entertaining or anyone coming in your guys' direction. Pretty strategic, but also helpful in the sense that you know when your friends are here sooner than they know you are. Do you go down to find him, or do you stay up with Jinian?
She'll go find him. Why not?
Okay. When you rush into their presence, you do notice the somewhat foreign sense, but you're familiar with them. The smells of hyacinths and azaleas, being Vomith and Mithvahir. So you recognize their scents when you get a little bit closer. Shy's, just because you're more familiar with him, you normally can notice people you know well from farther away. You can pick their scents out of the cacophony of smells and scents going on across the mountain, whether it's rotting meat from different carcasses left around by the prey that live in the area, or the predators that live in the area, or just the wild plants, that plant life that grows around that has strong scents. You can separate those out. Theirs you recognize upon nearing them, but Shy seems quiet, and his heart beats almost slower than it normally is. He normally has this excited energy to him, but now he seems far more sedate than you recognize.
Hey, Shy, you found your tapestry?
Yeah, I found it, and I found the
Twins, Grahale will be glad about that. I really thought she was gonna bite my head off when she realized that we didn't bring them with us, so I'm glad you found them.
Yeah, no, I had it totally under control.
Good. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go set up my tapestry, and I need to check on my owls. I don't know if Nemo takes that very good care of them.
Speaking about that, we are gonna have to vacate the rooms for a little bit, I think. Raoden's having a party, and he needs the rooms for the guests.
Well, we'll have to use different rooms. We can't really vacate those right now. Besides, I told the twins that they could sleep in the other room. So they'll be kind of like bad hospitality if I just kick them out right after I said they could stay there.
What do you say to this one? What are you saying? They kind of crowd Shy, speaking in Goliath, just bumping against him and shoving into his space a little bit. Very, very Goliath friendly.
In Goliath, I'll be like, she's trying to steal you guys' room.
Oh, we have room. What does this mean?
Oh, don't worry. If you don't want a bed, you don't have to. I can move it out. But I made it all. You'll like it. It's just it's good.
They kind of just look between each other, but they nod along. Continuing, they glare in Kanari's direction and say, "She cannot have anything that belongs to us."
Yeah, they kind of like their room already, even though they haven't seen it or know exactly what it is or.
Okay, you could move into the room with them. I don't care. I just know that Raoden's kicking us out of our rooms, and there are his rooms, so you could.
Well, I don't even sleep in my room. There's not enough room. There's too many people in there. I sleep outside.
You know what? It's great. It'd be great. Make him seem crazy. That's what he wants. He'll figure it out. He's a big boy wizard.
He's a big boy wizard. You guys head back up the mountain then?
Yeah.
Okay. When you arrive at the castle at Quell Manor, and you guys are entering, a lot of the damage made into the hedge gardens has been cleaned up for the most part, not fixed, but cleaned up. And the old man groundskeeper is rushing around trying to wrangle a couple of his helpers, some of his grounds apprentices. The couple that you guys know, Shy, you do recognize the two halflings that kind of follow him around, helping him, trying to clean up and everything. And he's just kind of ordering them around. He's not a very friendly guy. Part of why he argues with Carhale and her plantings all the time. Although those have been destroyed at this point. So, as you guys move through, though, coming to the manor, again, Shy hasn't experienced this, but Shy, when you guys cross the threshold, you feel your breath almost get sucked out of you just a little bit. But it doesn't affect Shy so deeply as it affected Nemo in that moment. Since Shy doesn't live his life through magic in the same way. But as all four of you guys step across the threshold here, that same wave of magical energy brushes over you, and Kanari, you're stuck in your own head. Shy, you feel like you're I don't know, do you use magic? I don't think you really do, right? It's only your weapons.
A little bit, but not
by this, unless they're transmitting information or anything.
Wait, what happened, sir?
The swords, your magical weapons will still work as they are meant to. In this non-magical situation, they just won't activate magical abilities.
Any abilities, yeah.
So it's not that they get turned off so much. But Kanari, you wouldn't be able to start flying with your sword, but it would still do magical damage, stuff like that. So
what about my dark sword?
Your dark sword doesn't. So when your breath is kind of like when you step across the threshold and you feel that wave of magic brushing over you, you feel a little lighter, actually. It does seem to squelch the magical effects of the sword as well. And when you guys come in, you hear, "Oh, right. Yes, come in. And you see Zimmit asleep on the floor, as well as, I think, Thea asleep on the floor, just conked out off to the side here. But you also see Raoden working at the far end at the long table that he had been working at before, where the throne that he normally would sit in. This whole room seems to be some sort of like receiving room, ballroom situation, and he has like a gilded kind of throne, not very decorative so much. And right now there's a whole table that's set up in front of him that really takes down the entire gilded, professional, royal look to the room. Part of that's just him using
Jared!
Research and stuff like that. Hi, Jared! But he seems to be at work, presently scribbling, and his hair is kind of in disarray. Roll me insight checks, all of you guys.
Oh, I need dice. Jared, you guys are muted if you're speaking. It looks like Jared's trying to say something.
Sorry, Jared. If you were saying something, we couldn't hear you.
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry. Who are we want insight checks on? Raoden?
Raoden, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Love it.
Full frazzled as baseline.
Do you want us to roll?
Yep. I want Aaron to take her home.
I'll say both of you guys are asleep. Thea's asleep, and Carhale is in another room asleep right now, and C is asleep for now. So don't worry about it so far.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Like 26.
Well, Duel and Shy?
17.
17. Okay, bodes well for both. Amazing. Well, both of you guys do notice he seems immediately Shy. You know he is a very frazzled individual. He seems like he hasn't slept all night. Kanari, you know this too. The sound of his voice, the timbre of his voice, the ragged kind of breathing, a lot of this just seems a little unhealthy, and he seems drained, very tired. Immediate assumption, he didn't sleep through the night, which he doesn't necessarily need to as an elf, but he didn't even use his meditation either, in theory here. So he didn't relax throughout the night here. He was very tired because of that. But Kanari with a natural 20, you can tell this is more than that. This guy, he's a very frantic worker. He's a workaholic already. He has magical things going on all at once, at all times. He's always using his magical reserves. He seems more drained than he does on the natural. And Kanari, you've known him maybe perhaps a little closer than most of the people here. You're probably closer with him. You're also aware that he doesn't sleep normally when he gets an idea. He doesn't sleep when he has a plan or he's working on something. Part of why he can be unhealthy. He's that kind of manic. And in this moment, you can tell he is draining himself more than he normally would, which is bad. So whatever's going on with him, it seems like he's draining himself of all resources, not just his normal day-to-day skipping of sleep.
Interesting. Okay.
And he seems nervous. That's something both of you guys do grasp. Okay, but upon entering Kanari, you notice Thea asleep on the ground. Karhale's not nearby as of now. But yeah, Raoden beckons you over and he goes, all right. Shy, wonderful to have you back. Wonderful. Let me change this music. It's a little dour.
Dour.
Okay, so he goes, Shy, good to have you back. You know what? We are not casting you out of your rooms. All right, that seems like such a rude move to make. Very uncouth of me as your host. And I would never forgive myself for such a travesty upon you. So, instead, get this. And he starts to kind of pace and he's putting up pictures that he seems to have sketched, just throwing them up and floating them over to you guys, to where you guys can see some of them. Shy, you're seeing sketches of what look to be tents and like a tent city of some sort. Kanari, you hear paper fluttering in the wind. But you guys, he seems to continue as he's going, instead of kicking everyone out of their rooms, because, I mean, who am I kidding? We don't even have enough rooms, even if I did that. I've already made all of the rooms unusable. But tents, festivals, town festival, a town fair, the entirety of the celebration will be a campground setting. Everyone will be forced to tents outside in the hedge maze. It seems a little destroyed, but we can fix that up. We can make it look like we just cleared space for the entire fair, the entire celebration. It'll be an outside event. It'll be wonderful. It'll be beautiful. We'll do fireworks, firecrackers. We'll do beautiful, magical arrangements of flowers and everything. Karhale could help with that. Of course, once she's feeling better. She's upstairs in her room, by the way, if you were looking for her. But that's how we'll solve the bedding issue. That's how it'll go. And everyone will hate it. All of them. They'll expect to be housed and treated like kings and queens. But no, they will be camping in my backyard. That's...
I'm very happy for this idea. I thought at first this was going to be like a high class, society thing. I don't do that great in those scenarios.
We have to do something along those lines. But the subversion of their expectations right out of the gate, that's where they will go mad with fury, and it will be wonderful. Now,
I don't have to wear a suit anymore, right?
you didn't have to wear a suit in the first place. I don't plan to wear a suit. But
your housekeeper dude kept telling me I had to wear a suit. I didn't really like it, but he kept telling me.
You just got here, Shy. You hadn't even heard about it until I told you this. Like 5
Adler
minutes
always tells me I have to wear a suit too. Adler always does, and I always refuse him. Perhaps he'll succeed this time, but I doubt it. Now, the thing is, you know what? I'm not going to tell you that. Never mind. And he rushes out of the room.
He really, really needs to take some better care of himself.
I mean, he seems fine to me.
Yeah, something's off with you two, but I don't do the whole feelings thing, so I'm not gonna make you tell me. That's Karhala's job, but I know. Whatever. I know.
Oh, you said Karhale would be happy that they were back, right? Should I take them to Karhale?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I think she'd be thrilled to see them, honestly. That's just what someone who's nearly dead and recovering needs, is just a bunch of people in her room crowding around her.
Oh, was she that bad? I thought she was fine.
No, she died. But no, I'm serious. I think it'll be great for her. I think she'll love it. It'll make her heart happy to see people that she's helped. Because she likes feeling good about herself.
Well, she didn't really help them. I helped them to get out, but
that's actually
Mitzvah bumped
totally
into Shai, and they want a translation of what's being spoken around them.
Oh my gosh. This is so much work. And I'm just gonna mind link with all three of them. Like, is this better?
Do they understand? Is mind link translate to where they can understand?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, this is fine. Oh no, it doesn't work. You're in the non-magical ward.
Dang it!
Fine, you try, and you hear this like click, click, click.
Yeah,
It's like a magical thing. I thought that was like a.
In essence, it's more just keeping the magic inside of you. It's like stuffing it down, and any magical effects that would reach out towards other things are cut off. It's just kept like to your skin. Everything's like, and any major magical effects will be doused in this magical warding.
But yeah, go see Karhale. Maybe just knock first. I don't know. She died. She's with Jaskier. Who knows what they're doing, to celebrate that she's alive again.
If they are procreating, I mean, I'm not a stranger.
Procreating?
It wouldn't be, I'll not. Don't worry.
Okay. Someone should make sure that what's-his-face is actually getting something to sleep, or getting something to eat and sleeping.
Well, are you going to eat and sleep with them? Because you can do that job.
With Raoden?
Well, yeah, because you seem so concerned, so maybe you should probably do it with them.
I just slept. I don't need to sleep. Thank you, though.
Well, maybe you could, tuck him in or something. I know that's very
a great idea. If he's physically restrained, he has to go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's a good idea. That's what I do to the baby lambs when they try and escape. And they're being unruly. I'll wrap them up and tie them down. And then they sleep pretty well.
That's what they did at the monastery when we tried to escape, too. We're done pretty well, actually.
Yeah, it is a pretty good idea. I think you should try it.
Yeah, I think it is. Honestly. Yeah, I mean, I
love that Shai and Kanari are like, yep.
All right. Kanari's gonna charge off and try to make Raoden go to sleep. We don't have to play it out, but she's gonna try to make him go to sleep, and then.
Okay, so when you rush around the room, in a sense, we'll have to play this out because, to an extent, you'll rush up to him. You tell him he needs to go to sleep. You need to take a rest. When you find him, though, he is presently recreating the wards, the non-magical wards. And when he sees you, it's a very frazzled, like, Kanari, dear, yes, I understand what you're saying. But also, these have to be redone every hour, and I cannot rest until they're done. And I can't rest as long as they need to be up. And the longer it takes for us to celebrate, the longer I'm going to have to stay up all night. Yeah.
You're not resting till we have the party?
Well, we have to party, so let's have it right away, shall we? He goes, it's at the end of the week. I can survive that long.
Why? Why don't you just figure out how to restore your wards permanently and then go to sleep? Why do you need to stay awake till the party? I don't understand.
In fact, Kanara dear, I haven't worked on this for very long. This was experimental at best, and now it's working. It's working. I'm glad. I'm amazing. I'm a genius. But it's not perfect, and I don't know how to lock it in place yet. I would need to do more research, but I can't do my research as long as I have to redo this every hour, and I can't think, Kanara. I can't think, not with someone who just invaded my home. I had wards out there along the base of the mountain. However they got past them, I don't know. They must have some mage of some magical understanding of their own on their side. And therefore, I cannot let anything that they do get past my walls. And he leaves. Seemingly, he won't be convinced, but you can roll a persuasion check and try.
Well, if she's not going to convince him to sleep, she's going to at least try to convince him to maybe bring in Narcissus, and he can help at least maybe maintain the wards so Raoden can focus on other necessary things. Like if someone else is helping to upkeep the wards, he doesn't have to do it every hour.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
And or bring in that, as Kanari would call her, that self-centered Becky, but Zora, from the Ethereal, who also probably could do magic. Those are the magic people that she knows. 16.
16. He whips around. He goes, no idea. There are very few people I trust in this world. Very few. And Narcissus betrayed me once. And he squeaks away. You did not convince him. That was not a high enough check.
Narcissus betrayed him? Ooh.
He goes, I allow him into this house, but he is not welcome to stay. And he rushes off in his swish of robes.
Well,
but as a side note, I guess it's never come up why Narcissus has his own place, like, away from the castle here.
No.
But yeah.
Not that I know of.
Didn't he betray him not that long ago?
No, I know. So wait, it was something with the Redeemers, and Narcissus freed his slaves, and Raoden needed the slaves because for some part of their plan, they needed those slaves. Wait.
From what you guys heard, probably through Enola, it was namely the problem of politics, because Raoden was trying to not cause. He needed Narcissus' support, and he needed everyone else's support of Narcissus for Narcissus' support to matter for Raoden's political power climbing here. And Raoden lost Narcissus as a support by Narcissus letting go of his slaves, because everyone basically was like, oh, pariah now because he did something against the social norms.
I was right. Yeah.
But also,
he basically just subverted, or no. He just basically broke a promise that he made to Raoden as part of their plans, because they were planning, because Raoden's lifelong goal was to just eradicate slavery eventually, but in the time being, they couldn't do anything that would cause strife. Yes, Shai?
but also, not that long ago, he betrayed him and left the door open for us, right?
Well, we gave him his soul back. So you talk about when he helped us get in here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He left for vacation.
Oh, you're talking about his. That's Darian. That's a different person.
Oh.
But yes, there is that too.
But it was good for him in the long run. So that one was actually good for him.
Yeah, that one was definitely more.
The end justifies the means.
But if you guys recall, there was, when you guys first met Narcissus a long time ago, he wanted to reach out to Raoden, but didn't know how well that would go over because they had a bad relationship. So he got himself living nearby and kind of recreated a relationship with Raoden because of you guys, but it was less. They're not so much. Seemingly, they're not friends again yet. They're cordial.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, it occurs to you, Kanari, Raoden doesn't really seem to have friends, so much, other than you and his maybe closest servants that actually stay on in his household. But he pays them, so.
Well, we're good at picking up strays, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But on that note, though, it occurs to you he will have probably a hard time trusting anyone to do something that he thinks he could do better himself.
That makes sense, I guess. Okay, well,
But
bummer.
you can still try. Zora would still be an option.
Sure. All right, we'll see what happens, I guess.
But yeah, so he seems on edge, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll for his wards to see if they stay, because he has to roll well to put them back up again. He has 5. Okay, he's fine. Okay, so continuing forward, Kanari, Shy, you guys know, so the party celebrations are going to be put on, and you guys basically have a week before the party happens. So, as the preparations are being put on, Raoden does come to you guys periodically for some party suggestions, stuff like that. So, random.
Gnarly decorations, bro.
Amazing. Raoden will go to Shy and ask for Shy's suggestion for the main course event for the party day. Like, what kind of food? What kind of food should it be? You can go broad, like cuisine style.
Whatever.
Whatever Sprite's favorite food is.
Oh, that's so sad.
What did you say?
Okay, so you kind of pitch like magical foods and things that
Whatever
have
Sprite's favorite food is.
a very, basically they love their fruits, they love their anything that can be found in the wild. So you pretty much pitch to him a very vegetarian meal plan, which is amazing, especially for the mix of people that are going to be coming. So he loves it. He goes for the most colorful foods. He goes for the most, the lightest foods, the most sweet foods. So it's a very decadent meal plan that he sets up. He gives this to his cook, who definitely will hate you because he was looking forward to making a whole party food that he had come up with, and you just stepped into his whole thing. But yeah, so the cook just kind of gives you a look, just a look, and Corin just kind of growls and returns to his cooking.
A cook look?
He gives you a cook look, yeah. And Corin just kind of grunts and returns. He's never actually spoken more than one word to you, and this has not changed. So he continues mixing whatever soup he was preparing for the night's meal. This kitchen is a very large kitchen, but there's only 2 people who ever work in it. Corin himself and his daughter, Shannon, who's kind of his apprentice cook / server.
Screw Shannon.
There's actually not that many servers here. This is actually her father. You guys would have learned this over the period of time living here. And side note, Shannon's Kellen.
That explains why Carhale hates her so much. Makes so much freaking sense.
Yeah, they're both Kellen. Kellen staff. But so he helps with the meal plan. Amazing.
Jenny
Okay.
can also help cooking. If I think he'd probably like that.
Kanari, you're approached by what is her name? You're approached by let's see. Oh, you're approached by Naren. So Naren is the head maid. There's only 3 maids. One is a head maid, so she's the veteran. And then there's 2 kind of newer hires. You only see one of them ever cleaning around in the castle. There's one that has been spoken of but never seen. So much. Kanari, you're approached by Naren, though, the head of household. She has a very deep, kind of burly voice because she's a very large person. Almost, I would say she's about maybe 1 inch shorter than you, which is still very tall.
She's a
very tall person, but she is burly, where you're very narrow and thin and lanky, right? You don't know why. Everyone else does know, namely that she's part Orcish. And so Naren comes up to you and she goes, "Seems Raoden wants me to ask you how to decorate everyone's the tent festivities, whatever it is he has going on in his head. How do you want it to be done? I don't know why he asked me to ask you. Don't give me that look. I don't understand either. He seems to think you would have the best choice for visual festivities. Just imagine."
Are you sure he wasn't making a joke? Like, I am the resident blind person here. That hasn't been fixed in the last 24 hours.
Working with Raoden as long as you have, you get to understand that he never jokes when he says crazy things.
I'm just trying to think, does Kanari even know where to start? She doesn't know what anything looks like.
He doesn't. I'd say the only visuals Kanari has experienced has been namely Ty's memories. So very colorful, very vivid, very beautiful, but different from this world.
Sure. Okay. Well, I guess she'll start describing some of Ty's like the stuff she's seen in Ty's memories, because that's really that. It's like the only that and the visions that the party has had of like the darkness and the visions of Captain Norville and stuff. But like that's also not helpful. Hi.
Yeah.
So probably the Ty's memories that she has, she will describe what she can and be like,
Okay.
I don't know what any of it actually means necessarily, but you get the vibes.
Give me a performance check.
Ooh.
That seems suitably bad for you. But you hear like a crunch and crack of what sounds like a tiny piece of wood, like a stick breaking. And she seems to be chewing on a pencil, actually. And her teeth crunch the pencil beneath. She goes, "Oh shit!" She tosses it down and pulls out another one out of a little side bag that hangs off her waist. And she starts to scratch down the things that Kanari is saying, and depending on your role, will be her reaction to it.
A 13 could be worse.
Yeah, that's not terrible. She goes, all right. I suppose that's not the craziest idea. We'll see how this turns out. You do not know how to describe things for the life of you." And she walks away with a boom, boom, boom down the castle hallway.
She like genuinely doesn't know what to say to this. She's just like, I could help with security. I could help with digging or picking up things, but he asked for decorating tips.
I could help you cross your streets. I could help you cross your yard.
But decorating tips? Ooh, what is? I guess he is trying to be crazy. fair, I guess.
He approaches. Who would be sent? Who would be sent in this context? Okay. So, Karhale, you and Jaskier have woken up slowly. Karhale sleeping in, and not really waking up and still feeling ragged, but you are feeling better. And waking up in an area you remember and are familiar with, calming, and a person next to you.
When you wake up, you'll see a little bird cage, wooden bird cage next to you, with like 3 little chickadees. And they have huge eyes. They're like some weird variant that has giant bulging eyes, and they're all staring at you.
Have those been here the whole time?
Yeah, I think so. They were in here when I woke up too. I assume Shy brought those in. Or Nemo, but Nemo doesn't seem like the type to care.
Okay.
Are they a gift for you? Are they your pets now?
I hope not.
One of the little birds hops down toward the edge of the cage and like starts to peck at your bedding because it's right next to the bed, and it's like grabbing it and it's starting to tug at the bedding a little bit, and like shakes its head and tries to like yank a piece off of it, but it doesn't seem to give.
We'll have to talk about that.
Do you make your way out to the castle at large?
Yes.
Or do you guys stay in?
No, she'll head out. She does definitely want to go outside for a little bit and see what she can do in helping to reconstruct the plants and her poor garden.
The poor things. When you step out, you see some footsteps. You hear the echo of footsteps, and then Funnel running past your room. He's carrying a big bundle of clothes piled on each other. Seems like laundry of some sort. He looks at you passing class, and he goes, "Soup's on for you. The cook made it." And he runs past.
Okay. That's unusual. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, you head down to the kitchens, and whatever Corin had been mixing before in the big soup bowl, he has apparently finished at this point because he is nowhere to be found. But you do see you do smell sweet smell, probably some sort of meat and potato mix, something that actually might be familiar to you. It's probably more of a Keller mixture when you come in, and it smells vaguely like something vaguely like some mixes of like a taste palette that you're familiar with from the town that you were living in Forticuri.
Not bad for Kellen. Shannon is still the worst though. This guy's growing on me.
Most of it's gone at this point. Probably most of the servants have gotten their share, but it has been kept warm. And that is probably fair. You probably liked the guy well enough. He's probably spoken one word to you since you've been here.
Which is how I like it.
Exactly. He likes you too, for that matter. He doesn't mind you being in his presence because you guys never talk.
Beautiful.
You guys take your food. Jas eats his too. No hear tell of Shannon nearby. Normally she's going to be in the kitchens too if you head there. But yeah, so you guys are free to do as you will. Eventually, I will say, Karhali, you are approached by, we'll say Funnel comes back to you actually, and he rushes in, and he's got a little notepad, and he goes, I was sent here to ask you what kind of activities we should do tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, but for the celebration coming up soon. I didn't mean tomorrow. I misspoke. I'm sorry. Great Bearsbane.
I love this kid. She looks very confused for a second, and then her face kind of lights up, any kind of dueling, feats of strength, definitely. I would love to see these stuffy nobles doing some sort of what's the common word? You've got the rope and you've got teams on either side and you pull and then there's mud involved. That one's my favorite.
Slip and slide. Wait, so
There's tug war.
Wait, could you repeat that? I need to take notes down. I'm not very quick at taking notes. I'm sorry.
She'll just wait like a little bit too long.
Dueling. Got it.
Definitely. And dancing. I think dancing too.
Okay. Raoden specifically asked what kind of games there would be to entertain the people.
I think she's just gonna start listing all of the different whenever they would have the kind of like the meeting of the different counts. I kind of pictured that like
log throwing. What's it called? What was the thing we just saw, Nathan? The tree throw?
Yes, that. And like very much a lot of like kind of like Scottish style games of like it's a lot of throwing heavy stuff.
It really is.
Then I kind of pictured that like the Council of Valleys, like the Talai tribes would meet like not annually, but like every couple years for like a little mini Olympic style of games.
Mm-hmm.
That's always what I pictured for them.
Would have gotten together it was established with the bear dance, your guys' bear dance. That was done once a year with all the tribes. Ooh. As like the spring is coming kind of thing.
Yeah, so like some sort of like Olympic style games where they would have like all the different types of games. I think so a lot of like track and field type events and probably a couple different sports. So I think she would probably stick to the more track and field type events that are a lot easier to like compete in and like easier to explain. She probably wouldn't give like any super complex games.
Got it. And he writes them down furiously. And he nods. Okay. And Mr. Raoden wanted to speak with you once, you were feeling up to it. The master, he's up in the receiving hall whenever you're ready. He said just rest because you died yesterday. I didn't say that. I'm quoting him. But so just he said rest well. Find me when you can. Something like that. Thank you. Bye.
I don't know if anyone's ever feeling up to talking to Raoden, but thank you.
He does chuckle and he goes, don't tell him I laughed. Thank you. Bye. Spares me.
Yeah, I think
he does.
I'll go find Raoden. Why not?
Okay. Incidentally, when you walk out and Fauna had just said goodbye, you're actually walking in the same direction, wing-wise. And he goes, Great Bear's Bane, hello. Sorry, I'm walking this way too. And he just kind of sidles again, like in your space, kind of, because you can't help it, because you're a pretty big person. And he's like trying to decide whether he's going to walk alongside you or behind you or in front of you. And he settles on somewhere behind you in your blind spot, which is actually more uncomfortable for you.
She'll kind of like break check him. You can walk next to me.
I wouldn't want to presume, Mistress Bearsbane. You can go ahead. I'll wait. I'll go the other way. I'll go the long way around.
No, walk with me.
And he does, just kind of like pep in the step, trying to keep up with your very long gait, and he's a lot shorter. This guy, this kid, he's somehow half elven. And you end up getting to the receiving hall pretty quickly because you're a fast walker, as well as him just skittering next to you. But once you enter the room, you hear Raoden seemingly mumbling to himself, and you see two bodies just stretched out on the floor. Zimmit and Thea just sleeping. Yeah, that's probably the reaction Carholly has too, like the double take of like, whoa, dead people. Oh no, they're breathing.
She kind of looks at Thea. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And you can definitely go in. Yeah, Raoden seems to be mumbling to himself. He goes, "All right, good idea asking Kanari for the decorations. At least I've ever made." And he's kind of going on to himself, and he seems to be sketching something on a paper, and he's scribbling down words. You see pages and pages of just words, like tiny print words, very hard to read, not in a language you understand. It seems to be in his own code, which you guys have seen so far periodically, but just packed pages, and he's scribbling. And when you come over, he kind of like flips them over, puts his arms down on it, and he goes, "Carly dear, welcome. I'm glad you are doing well enough to be walking."
There's no need. She points at the papers. There's no need for that. I can barely read common as it is.
Oh, that's amusing. Oh, you're a funny one, Carly dear. And he flips them back over and continues scribbling.
That wasn't a joke.
I thought your lover friend was teaching you how to write and read and write another language. And since you've already done it once, you can do it 1,000 more times.
No, I think I'm good. Talon, Common, Goliath. Yeah, I think I'm good.
He goes, "So, why did you come to see me? Did you have something to say to me?"
The little one told me to find you. He said you were looking for me.
I don't believe I called for you.
Well, too bad I'm here.
The little one being him and Funnel. Yes, that's me. You asked me to bring Bearsbane to you, sir. And he's kind of stuttering his way through, and Raoden goes, "What is your name? Never mind. I don't know your name. I don't actually know you." And he's pointing at Funnel. "We're fired. Go."
Oh, absolutely not.
Funnel.
Absolutely not.
What?
Try again, Raoden.
What did I do? And he's still studying his way through, and Raoden goes, "I don't care. I don't care. Just, I'm sorry, Carhale. This is my household, my staff. I can fire or hire them at will. Funnel, you're done. Leave. Collect your things from Miss Naren and be gone." And he's continued scribbling on his paper. He seems very frantic, actually. Carhale, roll me an insight check.
Ooh. Pity it's not Thea. Thea's insight is insane. Oh, Carhale's not bad. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That is really good. Okay. Yeah, you can tell manic, and he seems unrested, on edge because he's unrested. And apart from that, you can tell that he seems to be drained, just in more ways than one. Without the natural 20, you can't tell the exact reasons why, since you don't know so much of what's going on either. That's part of it. But you can tell he's drained in so many ways that this moment seemed just like a stressor, and so he just did away with it, like dispersing a spell that was causing him trouble in that moment. He seems very focused on what he's doing. He didn't even really notice what just happened. He just did away with something problematic for him in the moment.
Okay. Are you good?
Yes, of course, my dear. I am doing fine. Just preparing the celebration to ensure that the entire household is protected. My home, their home, your home. Funnel, why are you still here? Please leave. Thank you. You have served me well. You can collect double the pay that you are worth. Continue. And he continues scribbling. Funnel himself does back away and leave the room.
Okay. Try again. Is there anything I can do?
Roll persuasion check.
Natural freaking 20 for a 24.
You say this, and he seems to just kind of, the earnesty in your voice kind of hits him in that way. You know, when any of us are tired and someone just asks the perfect question in the worst moment, and like the tears spring to the eyes in that moment, it almost seems to happen for him. And his eyes just kind of glisten for a moment, and his facade cracks just a bit. And he goes, "Carly, dear, unless you are magically inclined, unfortunately, you cannot help." He looks down at his hand, and a little candle that's sitting right next to his palm here, and it's down a wick, and it clicks. Flick, flick, flick. It flickers. Flick, flick, flick. And he stands up. "Thank you for your honesty, and perhaps I was a bit harsh on the boy. Go tell him he's not fired and to clean something." And he goes off into the hallways.
She's gonna grab his hand.
He snags easily. "You are very strong." He goes, "I'm sorry, dear. I already told you, you can't do anything for me."
I know, but if there's anything I can do, you'll tell me.
"Thank you. I'll keep you in mind. And perhaps," and he does lean in, and he goes, "if you can keep an ear out for anything untoward, that would be good. I think you've noticed that we have new faces here periodically, and it makes it difficult to try to track who's being hired. Normally, I can trust the people being pulled on. Adler has a very, very high expectation whenever he hires, so hardly anyone can slip past him. And who am I kidding? Naren is going to crush anyone who even looks at me funny. So, in theory, I trust the people that they hire, but sometimes things slip past even them, and I don't have the time to scrutinize new staff. So, if you can just keep an eye, that would be good, because somehow someone got past my wards, and I don't like that." And he goes, "A moment, dear. I need to finish these wards to lock them." And he goes and starts to.
She'll let go.
Some runes that are on one of the walls of the corridor outside of this receiving hall.
Like as he's like running off, she'll just call back after him. "You know, if anyone tried while I'm here, I'd kill them."
His laughter kind of rings through the hallway, and he goes, "I know, dear, I know." And he does seem reassured.
Very good.
With that, though, the call does wake up Zimmit. Z, you were asleep on the floor here, and you hear a call being, "You know, if anyone tried, I'd kill them." Does kind of snag you from the world of dreams in that moment.
Just as I was finishing a good dream, too, I get waken up by that.
I have a name.
Oh, you're there? Oh, I didn't realize you were standing right there.
Okay, rude. And she just like starts heading out.
That is funny. Like a very bad first impression, especially after the slap way back when.
I guess I'll get up and follow. I have no idea. I'm just gonna be a wandering vagrant at this point.
I'd say this also wake up Thea, by the way.
Yeah, we'll give her a minute.
Yeah.
She'll
Sleeping.
not like looking over her shoulder at Zimmit. She'll call back to him. "If you could do me a favor and maybe not Cousin Run, I believe we can help each other.
Who said I was cutting and running?
I'm
walking.
preemptive measure.
I'm walking here.
It was not an insult, just a preemptive request.
I'm not like what I once was when I'm in this bubble, so...
I don't know what you're talking about, and I think I'm too tired to care. I guess they'll fill me in later.
Wrong person. My bad. It's been a long day. Sorry, I know I just woke up, but it's been a long day.
I'm sorry, who could you possibly have gotten me confused with?
Thought you were, the person, Thea, behind me, talking, yeah.
Your mom.
How in Shishan could you possibly confuse me with Thea?
Have you ever waken up and been in that weird, half awake, half not here phase?
No.
That's what it was. Well, that's on you, all right? Learn life.
When I wake up,
learn life.
When I wake up, I'm alert and ready to fight at a moment's notice.
Well, some of us are a little bit more, are not as chipper in the morning as some are, like you.
Slow. Slow is what you're saying.
No.
Sorry, I'm trying to be nice.
See,
it's been a long day.
Me and Thea and Kanari and maybe Shy, I don't know if, or not Shy, dang it. Nemo had, some drinks last night. Actually, I don't know if Nemo's okay or not, but,
You got Nemo to drink with you?
You can ask Kanari and Thea.
And Kanari. Kanari doesn't drink, ever.
You got Kanari to have a drink with you?
Kanari doesn't drink? She was very happy to take one.
She keeps walking away.
What? Did I say something wrong? Hey, hold on!
Zimmit, as you're kind of trailing her in the hallway, Carly, you're stalking back up the stairs back to your room wing. You hear tweeting as you're getting to the base of the stairs, and you see the feet of not Raoden, Jaskier coming down the steps, and he's holding a jangling cage. He goes, Car, are we supposed to give this back? I mean, do you want me to leave this in the room? I don't know what to feed them.
I would assume that Chai is feeding them.
He gave them to you. I assume
he gave them to me?
Yours. I think he brought into the room, and then you died yesterday. So I'm assuming this is some sort of his version of get well present. I don't know.
So not only do I have to keep myself alive, I have to keep these alive?
Yeah, it seems a little counterintuitive.
Okay.
Or actually, maybe this is his way of saying you have to stay alive because now you have little children to take care of or something. He thinks of them as
I'm sorry, can you explain to me how that's better?
He just kind of shakes his head and he goes, no, I'm just going to take him back to his room. It's fine. He goes back upstairs.
Oh no, I would feel bad. Don't give it back to him, I would feel bad. He's never given me anything.
Wait, you're rejecting the only gift he's ever given you?
No, I'm not rejecting it. You're the one who took it. Put it back.
You don't want them.
Things were a lot easier when I was dead. Sorry, that might be too soon.
Sideways as he's standing on the stairs because they're just jangling around, and he's like, "Here, just don't fall, birds, don't fall." Their wings are not clipped. If the gate falls open, they're just gonna fly away.
Are you suggesting?
No. I don't think Shy would appreciate that.
You're a terrible person.
I'm just saying that's the way you have to keep animals that are going to keep animals.
You are a terrible person, and I love you.
He does laugh. He goes, you're going to have to name them. So when Shy sees you, you can tell him what you named them, because he's going to expect that you did.
I'm not good with names.
Maybe you can give them one name and then just give pieces of the name to each of them.
That might work. Give me some time. I'm gonna have to think about it. I can't come up with things like that off the top of my head.
Okay, well, are you going to take them or am I? Because I was thinking to sleep in, but their tweeting was a little loud.
Did you try putting like a blanket over it to make them think it was night?
I do not consider that. I'll try that.
That's why you have me around.
And you kept birds before? He calls down the stairs as he's upstairs.
I mean, just like hunting falcons.
That's not better.
They're like the same thing. These are like the same thing. I could train these to hunt.
I don't know if those are this kind of bird.
Any kind of bird. I believe in them. I believe in us.
He seems to be out of your earshot in this moment. But you hear the tweeting disappear as well down the hallways or upstairs. Kanari, you hear their voices shouting down the hall. So you are aware Karhali's awake now. Shy, where are you right now, actually?
Well, I took the twins to go see Karhale. So
everybody wants to see Karhale.
Twins.
She's just that popular.
Yeah. So I assume you arrived with the twins originally with the birds and then left them because Karhale was asleep. So they woke up later with your birds. And so Shy probably went to do something else until Karhale woke up a little later. So where would he be currently? Probably with the twins. They probably wouldn't separate from you right away.
Mm-hmm. Probably introducing them to all his friends.
Aw, okay, so you're in your bird room. Shy, you do hear the shouting as well. So everyone's aware of Karhale being awake now. So Shy, you can take the twins down.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Vomit and Mithva are currently under a pile of different furry creatures. Vomit himself is sitting there petting something, and Mithva is kind of cringing away from a lot of the animals that are sitting on her. So Vomit seems to connect with them relatively well. And Mithva is like, do I have to do this? Looking at you like, why is this required activity kind of face? But she doesn't really question it, verbally at least. So she continues.
Well, they really like you.
I do not like them. Creatures like this are easy to kill. And I don't like accidentally stepping and crushing one.
And Vomit goes, that was one time, Mithva. One time. And he rolls his eyes in your direction, Shy, and he goes, one dead rabbit, one dead rabbit. And he looks away again. And she goes, I liked him a lot.
Well, they feel safe around you, so that should be something at least.
Well, they shouldn't. I'll stay here, thank you. I'll stay at this distance. Keep them away from me. Don't.
And Vomit's like bringing something close, and she just kind of stumbles out the room. That's when you hear the shouting.
Well, if you would like, we can go see Karhale. We can maybe bring her a guinea pig or something. I'm sure she would like that.
The peaceful one.
And Vomit goes, the peaceful one. But they both stand.
Okay, yeah. Let's go. And if you want to grab Tony for me, we can bring Tony with us.
Tony?
Tony?
Yeah. He's a fat, fluffy orange hamster with white fur around his eyes.
Please, okay, for the love of the gods, don't bring Karhale another animal.
It's just a little guinea pig.
Little guinea pig.
Is he a hamster or a guinea pig? He can't be both.
Yeah, he can't be both. He's one or the other. Guinea pig? Cute. Mm-hmm. I love how all languages, I just saw a random reel that was explaining that every language uses pig when it's not like a type of pig. So the whole thing is like, France, what do you call them? And they're like, tiny rat pig. And then like, blah, 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 like everyone's saying something pig. Even Chinese, something pig. Yeah, he's like, they're not a pig. Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Continuing, yes, so you bring along Tony, and Vomith holds tiny little Tony in like part of his palm. It doesn't even take up the entirety of his palm at all. So he holds this little
fat guinea pig. So
he's a fat. This guy's hand is a big old hand. But still, a big old hamster, and he's bringing it down with you guys. Karhale, you're left at the stairs when you see, hear, and smell Vomith and Mithva coming down the stairs. They have a very strong floral scent, very earthy. And they seem alive, well, and no collars.
Is Shy still with him?
I'd say Shy's probably taking up the rear. They go down the stairs first here, but you see Shy coming up behind them. And they look at you with Mithva, a calm and, easy glance because she had kind of connected with you initially. And Vomith himself, still a little bit wary, just a little bit, but not really your fault, just his own natural wariness. And both of them just kind of look at you, waiting for your reaction for them to respond to.
I think upon seeing them, her face just lights up like a kid at Christmas, seeing that they're both alive. And she'll like approach carefully because she knows they were kind of skittish, and offer out her hand for a Goliath greeting.
Aw. There's a bit of a fumble at the start of it, but they immediately remember and continue the greeting, clasping your wrist in theirs, your forearm in theirs, and even though it's hesitant initially, they lean into it, and it's very strong.
And she'll speak to them in Goliath. I'm very glad that you both made it. I'm ashamed that you both had seen me in the state that I was in at the time. I'm usually a much stronger fighter than that.
After the class, Mithva, she holds on, doesn't drop it, and she goes, Kubane, and you were not weak. You were strong enough to... And she looks at her brother. You and him, the reason we are free. Thank you.
And we can do something about the... She gestures to their face. We can do something about the marks. I'm terribly sorry that was done to you.
Their hands, fly to their faces for a moment. A bit of confusion, seemingly, just because they don't see it that often, so sometimes they probably forget that it's there, but they nod quickly and they go, we will not erase these until all of our people are free. And Vomith nods. It seems like something they hadn't discussed, but he agrees immediately.
And that is something I would like to help with, if I can. She hesitates for a good couple seconds. I am Envala of Tribe Tostenjaraki, and I do wish to help the Floratua. I cannot forgive what the Kalukigo did to you many years ago, and I only regret that I was not chieftain then, that I might have done something about it.
Oh, both of them just like a wave of just mourning crosses their faces. They probably have never truly mourned before. And they nod. And Mithva, she actually starts to give you what would be probably a Goliath show of respect to someone of higher rank within a tribe. And she gives you this gesture of peace in that moment, this gesture of respect, actually. And she goes, "We would be honored for your help. It seems a long path to take." And Vomith nods, but they both hold determination. And she goes, "And we will help you with anything you need of us. We will treat you as our Invala, for ours vanquished long ago."
That wouldn't be necessary unless you truly wish it.
Roll me. Go ahead, say it.
I would see you as peers.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh. Holy crap. 22. I just got this giant chunk of a die, and it rolled like I think it was like a 15, a 20, and then a 17.
Both of them, Vomith himself, he nods right away. He wasn't directly attached to trying to show you such high respect, according to your guys' culture, but he wasn't so personally attached to the idea. But she seems like she's the one who needs convincing in that. But when you look her in the eye and you say this as earnestly as you can, she does, her eyes lower, and she goes, "As you wish." And she changes her stance a bit, a little looser, a little less formal. And she seems willing to treat you as a peer, even though she has such high respect for you and your station. She goes, "We wish to find our tribe. But until we do, we are glad to have found someone like you."
I wish to find my tribe too. It's the Torstenjaraki are in the wind. A particular curse has taken hold, and I fear they may not be on this plane. Once I do find them, though, I've kind of been exiled a bit, but I am the rightful chieftain, and I will be taking my tribe back.
Volokthia?
What else would you expect for an Ieska?
They both give a very harsh sputtering of breath, something very akin to pretty much akin to a curse word in Goliath, but it doesn't necessarily have meaning. It's just the sputtering, like a spitting motion with your mouth. It just means that they disagree with whatever someone just said. A lot of times the tribesmen would make this spitting motion with their mouths just to show that they disagree with the chief when he sends out a group order or something like that for the tribe. But it's not necessarily a big disagreement thing. It's just a show of true disagreement. That's not rude.
You know I'm not wrong.
And they go, "We know no such thing." And Vomith, he goes, "Anyone who has shown your strength
as crushed as you had been in that moment, I would not call weak, nor half-breed. You are a full Goliath in my eyes.
And Mithva just doesn't show agreement so much as her eyes just staring into yours.
Thank you. But that is the reason for my exile. My father's brother disapproved of his marriage to my mother. She's at least giant kin. Just wait till I get back and they find out I'm... never mind. I'm mostly giantkin-ish. But that would be the reason.
Why did they disappear? Where are they now?
Vomith just kind of shoves her and he goes,
She does not know that was the whole thing.
If I did know, Vidar would be dead. And my tribe would be mine.
You could not track them? There are tracks in the ground. There are broken branches.
Raoden could not track them even with his arcane magic.
both of them duck. No, I'm just kidding. But they just kind of bristle at the sound of the word arcane. The word in Goliath, as a side note, is like the spitting, like disgusted shape of the mouth. It is a very disrespectful way the word was made for the arcane. And so everyone, even in the Goliath tribes, every time they hear it, they're just like, ugh, hate that word. But they both bristle a little bit. And Shy, you can see them, like, the nervousness similar to their reaction to Narcissus when he first popped up.
At that, Raoden is a good man and a good leader. He has my respect.
And they nod immediately. No roll necessary. They settle. They seem to relax a little bit. Still generally wary, but they relax a bit.
He is crazy. Don't get me wrong. He is certifiably insane, but he's a good man, and he would be good for Alethkar. If he could be the Lord Protector, I believe Alethkar would be a better place. He does wish to abolish slavery, but that does not leave this room. Yes?
They nod. And they seem all of a sudden like more open to the concept of him being a good person. Or at least not a terrible one. When that happens though, you do hear I lost my interlude. What was my interlude? You know what? Different interlude. Someone on the stairs behind you guys, and Shy, you're kind of standing at the back as their little Goliath interaction is happening, and they're connecting very Goliath culture-y, and you're kind of like, you've never actually had tribe like this before. You haven't really experienced it. Some of the words that they're using are unfamiliar to you, even though they're in Goliath. Some of these things are just tribal experiences you just never had. But behind you, you feel just a tiny little finger poke your back.
I'll slowly turn around.
You see a short, maybe 5 feet tall young woman, dark black hair, tied into a low ponytail, and she's just glaring at you, and she goes, "Can you move?"
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. And she starts to move past you on the stairs, and she goes to poke Mithva and Vomith as well, but they just kind of move out of her way immediately, like not letting this random person touch them. And she's in the normal household garb, and she's carrying a pile of books. She's walking past you guys, and she gets to the base of the stairs and sees you, Karhale. Like, no emotions.
Do I know her?
Roll me a history check, actually. We'll see if you've actually been in contact with her.
That's
Holy
suspicious.
crap.
That's
This
weird.
die is going to stay with me forever.
Aaron, you need to buy me a loaded die. I want your good rolls.
Well, the key is I tested it. I tested out 4 of these bad boys at the game store, and this is the one that rolled the best, even though it wasn't my favorite color-wise. What was I rolling again? Insight?
Go ahead and roll me a history check. See if you
history check.
With this woman.
So 18 minus 1, 17.
17. Okay, yeah. There was a time when you ventured over toward where Raoden's library room, officially called the library room, was. He has also an archival. He has a scriptorium. So there's probably multiple places where there's just a buttload of books and stuff. But this one was his library, so to speak. You made your way that way and got cut off by Maris, who is a very dour, very... think Wednesday Addams, just dark hair, dark vibes, does not care, and does not want to talk to you. Hello.
I just give her a nod. I don't say a word, just give her a nod and let her pass.
You shouldn't stand on the stairs. People are trying to walk. And she continues. And she continues very sedately past. It goes into the receiving room, and you hear a very loud Raoden going, "There you are! Why did it take you so long to make your way here? I need those. Get those to me." But his voice gets cut off as the door shuts.
I never disliked her, but I never particularly cared for her either.
With that, Kanari, what are you up to right now?
I guess Kanari would meander over to Karhale when she starts hearing voices, kind of realizing she's talking to the twins and kind of like awkwardly dilly-dallying away, like she's not trying to get in between the Goliath.
Trying to like time it to wait for when Karhale is walking away, and trying to time it to where you just like bump into each other.
Yeah, exactly.
But without having to talk to the twins, actually.
Exactly. What's Jin doing, by the way? Did he just
keep a distance from you, Kanari? They all kind of like they put their front to you instead of their back to you. They always keep you in their vision. They seem a little bit more aggressive towards you in a way that you're familiar with. It's more of the acolyte way of like, you're never letting your guard down around these fellow acolytes. Like, one of them would stab you in the back quicker than you would blink, so.
Absolutely.
I think Karhale would definitely notice that and give them a hand to stand down.
Okay. They do chill, but it's less... They're just not showing the aggression so much as they're still, like, you can see them tracking her movements. Like, it's hard not to when there's someone that you considered an enemy nearby. Even if they're not an enemy anymore.
Well,
she also doesn't speak giant, so they haven't actually spoken to Kanari. He was just caught with them, and that's their only interaction with her so far.
Fair.
Oh, a bit of the telepathy, but that freaked them out more than it helped, you know?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Shy's here, you're here, everyone's here except for Thea, who's still asleep. Goodness, she sleeps.
She's chilling.
So Raoden asked me to use the decorations, so that's fun. Hope you like what happens.
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he?
I'm glad you got some sleep. I was gonna say beauty sleep, but I really don't know what you look like right now, so I can't speak to that.
I think I look about the same.
Cool. Well,
are you good? You're acting weirder than usual. Here, walk
Wait,
with me.
everyone's being weirder than usual, okay? It's not just me.
Walk with me. And she like starts like heading the opposite direction of wherever Kanari was going.
Kanari, were you going anywhere specific?
No, she was wandering to where Karhale was, slowly, awkwardly, trying to wait for the twins to leave and realize it wasn't working.
Kanari just heard that Karhale's awake and was just hanging at the hallway waiting.
Pretty much.
That's hilarious.
Come, walk with me.
Okay.
Sounds like Paula.
Yeah.
No, you're being weirder than usual. I'm not made of... I may have died, but I'm not made of glass.
She kind of actually reaches out to touch you, and she's like, but do we know that?
Yes.
Feel
I am...
muscle. She is muscular again.
I am not made of glass. Yes.
That's good. Because I don't like being here with all these people. Too many new people in this space. We have the twins, I'm sure are great, but I don't know them. I hate Zimmit, and he's acting like we're buddy-buddy, and like where everything's fine as long as he doesn't talk in a mean voice. Thea is just a lot.
Yeah, she's kind of a dick.
And Raoden's being weirder than normal too, so I'm just a little uncomfy with everything going on.
I did notice. With Raoden, it's just... Raoden I get. He has to protect his people.
Yeah, I guess.
You've seen what the pursuit of that does to me.
Yeah, but like, if he keeps up what he's doing, he's going to actually be a mad prince by the time the party comes around. I'm not going through and trying to save his soul again. I'm had enough of people's souls being messed up. Wherever Nemo is.
I certainly have to. But I think he'll be fine. As soon as the party's over, maybe we could get someone in to help. Maybe I could talk him into accepting some help, maybe from Namazine or Narcissus.
I already tried Narcissus, but you're a smooth talker, so maybe you can try again. He really doesn't like that guy for some reason.
I understand why.
I even threw out that Zora Queen lady who thinks so much of herself, but I don't know. He didn't take up that idea either.
Well, I mean, she is kind of a grifter. I don't know if I would particularly trust her to do something as important as this.
I thought everyone from the Ethereal is supposed to be goody-goody. I don't know.
She may be part of the Ethereal. She most certainly isn't a good person. Well, I mean, she's about as much of a good person as Thea is. Some good intentions, but... yeah. Some good intentions.
You really don't like her.
You're here. I just realized that.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, Z is in this area, in the vicinity. Everyone's currently together except for Nemo. Wait, sorry. Continue your conversation, and then we'll tagline to Nemo.
Yeah, you really don't like her, do you?
Oh wait, so that's a serious question. I thought you were kind of making like a rhetorical...
I don't know, did she sleep with Jaskier or
joke.
something? I don't know actually know why you don't like her so much, honestly.
She did not sleep with Jaskier, but she lives for chaos. And I personally find that a bit grating. And she never takes anything seriously. So I find that a bit grating too.
That's fair. That explains why you definitely didn't like me when we first met.
I was going to try to say, no, Canary, I didn't dislike you, but I'm not going to lie to you.
Good, because I can always tell. Anyway.
No, I never hated you. Not at all. You're bestie from the beginning.
Well, I just wanted to come by and make sure you were, still alive, still doing okay. You need something? Some tea? Some shot? No, I'm not giving you shy, actually. Well, if you really need it, you did die.
You had a problem with those. Never mind.
You did die. If you need a little something.
No,
You know what? Special occasion.
I'm good on the Shia, thank you. But did you wait, you came all the way over here just to see me?
I was obviously just walking through the palace.
For
some other reason.
I'm sure.
And I'm rated 4 Goliaths blocking up the hallway, so what am I supposed to do?
3. Shai isn't Goliath.
Oh.
Karhale, side note, Vomith and Mithba are now commentating on Kanari's garb and general martial skills. They're speaking Goliath to each other under their breaths, but they're just kind of kind of trash talking Kanari right in front of her in Goliath.
Love it.
She gives them a bit of a side eye.
A little light. It's like the Goliath trash talk.
Okay. So in a friendly, it's a friendly manner.
I'd say it's the kind of trash talk you would hear between the tribes to other tribes.
Competitive to an athletic rival.
Yeah, less we're gonna kill you. Maybe a little we're gonna kill you kind of thing.
More just the you suck.
Yeah. Oh no, Jared.
In that case, she will give them a little bit of a side eye.
They notice eventually, but there's a moment where they continue speaking until finally you catch their eye, and Mithba kind of shuts up, and Vomith is still speaking, and he's like, "Huh?" But then he shuts up too. They talk about something else.
Anyway, you're with your friends. I'm gonna let you get back to life and living and breathing.
Did you
let me know
something?
If you need anything.
Did you need something?
What could I possibly need? No, I don't
know. You kind of seem like you need to talk to someone.
Have I ever seemed like I need to talk to someone?
Yes, quite frequently, but you're not very good at it.
That's why I don't talk to people.
So I usually leave it alone, but it's okay if you're not good at talking to people. I don't mind.
Oh, hey guys, sorry. I kind of lost you there for a second. This seems important.
Hi, buddy Zimmit.
Hi.
Come join us, actually. Yeah, tell Karhala you're happy that she's alive.
Yeah, I just saw her in the hallway. Well,
good.
A while ago, yeah.
Great.
How are you after last night? That drink seemed to do a little too much to you.
Do you have any of it left?
What?
Do you have any of it left?
Maybe.
Can I have it?
I'm saving it for... Actually, I was actually saving some for a shot for Karhale because I felt like she would want one. Would you like one?
It is not even midday. I think I'm all right.
When has it ever stopped anybody?
It usually stops me. As also I just died yesterday. I think I might be taking a little bit of a break for, healing and stuff.
Well, you can ask Kanari. This stuff will heal you right up.
I will rain check. Thank you.
Dreamed. That's all she says. I dreamed.
She dreamed.
Cool. And actually, yeah, she kind of stiffens up when like Zimmit is like, "Oh yeah, how was like drinking last night?" She like kind of stiffens up a little bit.
I really don't know why I took it. I don't like drinking.
No, yeah.
You just like them better than me. That's fine.
But Ty seemed to really want it. And Ty never wants anything.
Whoa, don't blame this
No.
on me.
I completely understand.
So invoke my name.
And
No,
I
Carl,
hope
I don't think you
I hope
understand.
I hope Ty enjoyed it.
Ty
Here,
recognized the
Smell this.
alcohol. Like
And-
Ty said she recognized that taste and that like it's a thing from her. I don't know. I
Here.
honestly
Carhalis, just smell it.
I kind of liked the other guy better. And she she'll smell it at least. I don't think she doesn't think he's gonna let this go.
It smells delicious and unlike anything you've ever tasted before. It smells like something you remember. It's hard to put your finger on though. You feel the need to try it just to see what it is that you're remembering. But it's not a forceful pull or anything. It's just when you taste something good or smell something good, you're like, oh, I want to keep smelling it, you know?
I'm gonna roll a self-imposed wisdom save.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah.
Mm.
I'm good, thanks. I appreciate it, Zimmit. But
No problem. I'll
I'm
save
not
it for later
really-
for you.
Thank you. I'm not really one for day drinking, but you know, maybe at Raoden's party we'll see if I feel differently.
Oh,
When's
I don't
Raoden's
think they're
party?
serving. I think they're only serving kombucha for that.
Oh, he most certainly is not.
Yeah, I was in charge of the meal and everything, and so I gave him a pretty detailed plan on what we're eating and drinking. And
Oh, absolutely not. And she starts heading back to wherever Raoden was. Actually, no. She knows who like his scribe is. She'll go find her.
Okay, so scribe, from what you know, where would you try first? Raoden's general vicinity, or would you go try to find her in his study or something? She's normally working near his study.
Yeah, I'll say the study.
Okay. Yeah, so if you make your way up the stairs, down his wing, which is pretty much where all of his workshops are, and his study is in one of the front rooms, you do find her at work, kind of going through multiple papers and multiple lists, and there's actually a couple people in there. Corin is presently just listening to the conversation, arms crossed, very like disgruntled look on his face, seems to not want to be there. You see Miss Maris, Naren, the head maid, veteran, orcish woman. Tougher, you liked her. She's kind of no nonsense, classic person you would want in charge of your household here. And you see Adler, the head steward, who's presently in front of Alarna's desk where she's scribbling away lists and stuff. And they're all speaking, except for Corin, who's just grunting along with the conversation. But they're all talking over the party, it seems. The festivities, they go, okay, and we asked the blind girl, what decorations she should be giving a whole list of very odd things, but it probably falls under his purview anyway. I'm sure he'll love it. So you're going to have to find something that's going to give us this effect. I don't know what it means. You translate it. And Alarna goes, I know. You're the elven one. And they just all seem to be frazzled party planning right now.
Hi.
We don't have time for this. And that's Adler. He goes, I'm sorry, what do you have to say? Do you need something, friend of the Master's?
Right, would you like some help translating whatever it was Kanari gave you? I'm a bit more used to her.
Okay, and he gives you a list of descriptions that are altogether foreign to you. The one that stands out is that the entire tent setup, the entire festival setup, is going to have to look like everything is on fire in a sense, but not on fire so much. It's like magical, glistening fire. Like everything has to have this like emanating purplish, bluish color, like rainbow colors coming off of them almost. And so they're trying to figure out how they're going to get this effect aside from putting hallucinogenics in the food that's being given to people.
Like an obnoxious like car wrap style.
Car
No,
wrap?
she means like you almost can see like an ethereal like like the magic dripping off
You
things.
can't
Like,
put more magic onto the master's shoulders, so we're going to have to do this in some other way. And then I'm sure someone in the lower city, perhaps at the magic shops, would have something that could do this kind of effect. And they're just still discussing it. But they go,
Have we considered hallucinogenics? Just
yes,
like a mild one.
gave him that option, and that's a half orcish Naren. She just kind of swings her arm. See, she agrees with me. You should just listen to me in the first place. And he goes, well, I doubt Raoden would have a problem with that. So he seems to be considering. Roll a persuasion check.
yes.
Oh wait, that's a D12. I don't want that. I didn't roll much higher. 13.
13? Okay. He goes, no, that's ridiculous. We are not drugging every individual that comes in. One, that would be too expensive. Do you realize how much money Raoden spends on construction of all things? I have too many expenses, and he's flipping through pages of bird feeder, new nest setups, new nest. What in Shishen's name is this?
I mean, I kind of figure you could let the birds build their own nests, personally.
They all just stare at you.
Right, so the list that Kanari gave you, can I do like just a general like insight or intelligence check to see if I can help describe anything better for them?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Good luck.
Holy crap!
That die is out, Aaron.
It's rolled a 15, a 17, a 20, an 18, and a 19. So for insight, that would be 24.
Okay.
For that last low roll, I had switched to a different die, and I'm regretting it already.
You go through the frantic notes made by Naren where she didn't understand what she was writing, and you can tell that, but you're translating it to visuals. And you can see what Kanari was seeing. And you know her pretty well at this point, where you can kind of tell how she would describe stuff she wouldn't know how to describe. So you're grasping it, you're able to translate it, and all of them start to nod along and seem to like have this kind of inspired look. Alarna goes, I love it. That's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Because, you know, the master, he was telling us the general theme of the party, and that's going to go under it very well. And the food, incidentally, is actually going to fit into the entire theme as well. Thank you, Shy. And thank you, Shy Sprout. And her eyes kind of trail to Shy, who's in the kind of the back of this little crowd of you guys right now.
Oh, we all went with her?
I assume.
I guess so. I guess we're all just following her right now.
She does go, but perhaps you shouldn't step inside, Shy Sprout. Alder is still upset with you. And then, yes, I am. Stay out there. No more suggestions from him.
I just have one small request, and then I can leave you be. Real liquor. I have a feeling that these festivities will need something a bit stronger than whatever it was that Shy suggested.
What did Shy suggest? No more suggestions from Shy.
So that would just be my only request. Thank you all.
Fine,
Thanks.
put down strong liquor then. No
Thank you.
hallucinations, but strong liquor. Happy? Happy. He doesn't seem to be talking directly to you, more at the room at large, and you hear kind of a chuckle come from Corin, who's just in the background.
I'll lean over to Corin. You could put hallucinogenics in the food. And we might not have a problem.
Roll persuasion check.
Oh my gosh, Eric.
I was totally joking. It was complete sarcasm, and that makes sense with what my roll was, which is a 10.
Okay.
It was clearly a joke.
He gives you a wink. You cannot tell what it means.
Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? I'm just gonna leave it. And I'm gonna get the heck out of Dodge.
Okay. So, you step back out to the hallway. Everyone's together. But before that, Nemo, where are you?
Good question. Where was he last in? He just went to bed, right?
The last we heard from Nemo is that I think he'd gone to bed after dropping Kanari off with Jen Yin, who almost attacked him.
He's probably off somewhere just practicing magic, honestly.
Would he have gone exploring in Raoden's kind of whole place? He's got many magical rooms of sorts.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, well, as far as magical rooms go, I would say roll me an Arcana check. With advantage, because you have a natural kind of sense for magic.
Mm-hmm. Eight.
8. Okay. You're looking around and you don't find the only magical room that you find. They seem to be almost magically hidden to an extent. But you do find his scriptorium, and you find what looks to be his somewhere you're familiar with. So his scriptorium, his teleportation room, and you find his alchemy chamber too. But you don't find his other rooms.
The alchemy room interests me, I guess.
Okay. You step inside, and it's a whole like tricked out kitchen setup in a sense, but more with all the beakers, all the different ingredients labeled in vials and potion bottles along different shelves within. It seems unused at the moment. It seems like he hasn't been. No. Actually, it doesn't. There seems to be the start of something boiling in one of the little cauldrons, and some of the beaker setups. You see a golden liquid boiling and presently active.
I'll find. Is there like a book, like with notes anywhere around that, or?
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
Uh, 20.
Oh, yeah. You immediately, you notice what looks to be some sort of mirage that when you walked in, you didn't see any books or anything, but you can see through this haze of magic where a continuous
illusion is cast over one of the walls, and it reveals itself to be a shelf of books and different notebooks, and all of them are filled to the brim. But with such a high roll, though, you can, upon a glance, you kind of grasp his organization system, and you find the book he was last using, and you flip that open. In the last known entry, it's in a language. What languages do you speak?
Common, Sylvan, Kellen, Deep Speech, Tallinn, and one other, but I forget.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a investigation check. It's written in a code, but you're recognizing some of the phrases and some of the words used. It seems to be an amalgamation of
8.
Sylvan, Alethi, and Kellen, actually. And those all mixed together. You don't know the Alethi, but we'll see how much you can actually grasp with the other two. What'd you get?
8.
8? Okay. Then you cannot parse out his writing here. But you get the idea that whatever this is describing, it is what's in the beakers.
I'll go ahead and look for the... I'm assuming he has a bunch of other magic books in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a good bunch of little magic books. Mostly, all of these ones are specifically notes on alchemy, though. That's all they...
Well, I guess I'll find what is like the oldest looking book in there. I'll try and look for one.
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
1.
The natural 1?
No, I got a 2, but I have a -1.
Dang, you cannot tell. Unfortunate. But you get the idea that at least some of these are very old, just based on the binding and the design. But past that, cannot tell.
Okay, I mean, I'll just spend my time parsing through some of that stuff, I guess.
How much time would you spend here? Because the longer that you spend, in theory, the more you would be able to learn from the books along the shelf. There's about 20, give or take.
I mean, probably a while. I don't have anything else to do today, so.
Okay, yeah. So you spend your time. Go ahead and give me an additional investigation check now that you're like spending more time on this path. Yeah. See what you gain from longer.
7.
Pretty much the same thing. You know that there's a collection of about 5 books that are far older than the rest, but it's hard to tell like what time frame, how old they are. Perhaps someone who's better at research like this would be able to parse them out a little bit better. And Nala was always good about that, and Nemo did remember Nala.
That is true. Yeah, I'll just spend the rest of my time in there, I guess.
Okay. At a certain point, you hear someone come up to you, and you feel a small poke on your shoulder as you're flipping through some of the notebooks.
I'll look
The
around.
nail kind of digs into your shoulder too when you turn around. And you see Maris, someone you're not so familiar with. You haven't been here very long. Young household staff. And she goes, "You're not supposed to be here. Are you allowed to be in here?"
Yes, I'm allowed to be wherever I want to be.
I doubt.
Raoden gives me permission to be anywhere in the house.
I doubt it. He doesn't
Then
give
who are
permission
you?
to just anyone.
Who are you?
I work here.
So you work for me?
She cocks her head and she goes, "Try again."
You bore me. I'm not here for conversation. And I'll go back to my book.
She just sighs.
The master sent me to ask you a question.
So now you're our message girl, are you?
I hate it just as much as anyone.
And she circles to where she's in your general view, because I assume you didn't turn around to look at her again.
No.
She circles around a bit, and so you can barely see her in your peripheral. But she goes, he asked your opinion on the magical wards for the festival. I assume he wants to discuss it.
Someone already broke in. Surprised he's reattempting with the same wards.
Less wards and more your opinion on the non-magical ones.
I'll be there soon.
She walks away.
Why do I feel like they end up secretly like falling madly in love with each other?
Guys, I ship it. I ship it so hard.
Like, when they're around anybody else, they hate each other, but in secret, they're like.
I just imagine when he
Now.
said, "You bore me" or something, she was just like, "I was just about to say that." So funny. But yeah, she just walks away now that her message has been delivered begrudgingly.
Can we take a quick pee break?
You're right. Okay, let's go pee.
Cool.
Liz, I would like to.
Oh, that scared me.
This is your conscience speaking.
It definitely sounded like that. I thought you were part of the music for a second. I was like, whoa, what did I download?
Liz. Shoot, brain. Yeah, whenever we restart, I would like to go and I want to go find the head like butler or whoever is in charge.
Okay.
And I'll explain why later.
Got it. No worries. I am enjoying this. It's so random. Planning a party with the D&D party. I like it.
Imagine planning the party, or sorry, not planning the party. Imagine trying to. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. My brain trailed.
Where are you going with that, Jared?
You know, I'm tired. Okay, it's been.
No, I know you've been moving all day.
Mm-hmm.
I've had problems all day.
I'm also, I mean, I wasn't moving all day, but I got in late last night, so I'm also dead.
I have done 6.5 miles today.
Wow.
My average, because of my job, because now I'm way more active than I was, is like 4 miles, I think.
Wow.
So like I'm still pretty active.
That's awesome, Jerry. That's so good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot more active too. So I wake up sore because I don't realize a lot of the kids, if they run up to me, I'll pick them up or something, So I use my strength to do so. But being that there's 1,000 children, I actually do this like lifting strength motion many times throughout the day. So recently I've been waking up a little sore, like my chest and like shoulders. So funny.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. And then I'm like, children. Playing with kids.
2 weeks ago I woke up I got done playing basketball with some kids and I'm like, man, I'm so tired. I sat down, like, oh man, my back kind of hurts a little bit. That's interesting. Went home, and then for the next week and a half, my back bothered me. So much so that, like, I was like, nope, that's as far as I'm going.
Oh no.
Felt like an old man.
He's an old man now.
Hey, I'm not about to turn 26 though this month.
You're already 26, Becky.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, that's right. And yeah, Aaron's birthday is in just a couple weeks. Little baby.
Yep. Birthday gift was
Okay.
moving into this apartment.
Yeah, so soon.
I did see your text, Isabel, and I'm like, I was like about to strangle it out of her.
Well, to be fair, Zimmit did interrupt, so like she used that as an out.
Oh,
like,
well, that's sad. I thought it was
lame.
funny. I thought it was a funny thing.
It'll no, it's okay. It's fine, girl. We got this. There was too many people around anyway. Too many people.
Mm-hmm.
Too many people for what?
In general.
Just, no. Kanari and Karhale may have a little talk tonight if we get to it. We'll see. So, all right. Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
Well, where's my wine?
It's gone.
What is? Oh,
Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Your name tag, Shy and Nemo, for my sake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be helpful for me to not only see the one name. But okay, so back in this. Nemo, do you head directly down to Raoden?
No.
You'll waiting the best way, I think.
Um,
Well, eventually you find your way there.
Yeah. I mean, well, eventually.
Okay. Well, we'll come to that as it comes to that then. Karhale, Thea, what is everyone up to then? What would you guys like to be up to for this interim? The planning is going to be going on. This day itself is the initial bulk of planning, and as the week goes on, there's going to be a lot more collecting things, making some new hires for quick work of the crowds and whatnot.
Thea is going to wait a day, so the following day she'll casually swing by the study looking for something completely unrelated and just happen upon Alara there and make some casual conversation.
Yep. Okay, so you slip into the she slips into the study. I mean, sorry. Before this, Nemo, would you be contacting Raoden? Anyone doing anything else for the rest of this first day of the week?
Yeah,
so there's going to be 9 days until the party.
9.
Oh my
It's
word!
a 10-day week, guys.
That's right.
We're gonna treat the rest of the week as just downtime, and you guys can try to get some stuff done, different interactions you'd like to have, but we can roll things along, not necessarily a day to day.
Okay, I would like to first. I want to go see the head butler, or basically whoever is in charge of
Okay, yeah, you can totally find
comes in, and then after I talk to them, I want to go and do some research.
For the week, perfect.
Yes.
When you find them, what are you asking to? Correction. You can find the head steward, so he would be in charge of all the expenses for the most part. Alara is more in charge of the books, though. So she's kind of accountant / secretary. She kind of does a lot of hats, wears a lot of hats. And the head maid kind of oversees the household themselves. She's normally the one that will hire Alarica's final say, generally. Alder is the final say.
Whoever is in charge of the mail, who would receive the mail.
Oh, okay. That'll be Alara then.
Okay.
You bump into Thea when Thea was trying to come and talk to Alara, but then she's like, "Oh," she skitters away because you can't really talk.
Bye. Okay, I guess nothing. Just nothing about last night. Just all right. Well, okay.
I guess that is the way Theo rolls.
You think you're special? That's cute.
That's not what he was thinking. He's just having conversation. He's not been in his right mind for a little bit, so you gotta bear with him. But yeah. So you said
you swing into Thea's, and past Thea, and Alarna kind of sees someone the jumble of shadows at her door, and she goes, "Oh yes, come in. I'm busy, but that is no different from any normal day." And she sits down, still scratching her quill across the pages. "What can I do for you?"
Hi, my
Hello?
name is Zimmit. I'm
Yes,
new here with.
Shadow Boy.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's sticking. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, that's how that works.
Sorry, that was Thea from down the hall.
I kind of deserve it though, because I wasn't quite in my right sort of mind.
Is that mnemonic for a purpose or just something you were called as a child?
No, it's more like I have this darkness in me type deal, and thanks to Raoden, I'm able to talk normally and act normally. But if not, if I would have seen you, I probably would have killed you immediately. Yeah, it's a weird situation.
I will say, actually, that's not the most uncommon story where it comes to the master. So, continue.
Oh, it's nice to see that I'm not somewhat crazy. Or, sorry, I'm not all the way
Oh,
crazy.
no,
I'm only
we're somewhat crazy. But I think we all are.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, the reason why
God,
I'm
no,
here-
I am for working here. She sits back down.
Well, do you need any help with anything?
Oh, if you're offering, I do have multiple. And she starts flipping through pages and she goes, okay, this. And she pulls out a stack of 20 papers and she goes, I do have a list of tasks if you're willing to do them. Of course.
Oh, okay. Well, before I lose my train of thought, I came here because I wanted to say I have a friend. Hold on, I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. It kind of escapes me. Aldrich. Yeah, his name is Aldrich Mayfield.
Mayfield.
He's a shopkeeper down in the village below, or the town below, not village.
The Red House shop. Yes,
Yes.
shop is well known to the master. He normally tries to peruse anything that the shop sells before it goes on to the shelves.
Oh, okay.
There's a standing understanding, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, we're me and him are like, like that. We're tight, we're pretty cool. But anyways, he's supposed to be like possibly bringing me something. He said he's going to talk with some of the other shopkeepers around town.
Well, he won't be able to bring it up. You'll have to go down to him.
Oh, I thought that I could just, walk up and, ring the doorbell type deal and...
Well, he could attempt the travel, but it's tremendously dangerous. Raoden keeps the mountain very dangerous so that not just the normal locals could make their way up here easily.
Oh. Well, could I, he might be coming up here, so could someone be down towards the edge, so in case, he doesn't get lost on the way up or anything like that?
We could send someone. That could be fine. Yes, I'll make a note. And she puts it down. She scratches it down. She goes, I'll send someone.
Okay. I also wanted to do a little bit of research on some stuff after I thought I'd see if I could help you a little bit, because I might as well do something while I'm here. I know we're here till the party, so that's a couple of days away. So I don't want to be sitting around, twiddling my thumbs. Except for that wasn't my thumbs. I feel like I'm nervous.
Well, since the master has allowed you to stay here, and seems to have some amount of agreement with you, it seems you had made some sort of deal. Is that correct?
Yes.
I will have to communicate with the master first, but as long as he's all right with you using his personal archives, I see no problem. You may have to deal with Maris, though, so careful with that.
Who's Maris?
She works here. Don't worry about it. Yes. So I'll communicate with Raoden. And she kind of scribbles something on a specific piece of paper. It seems a little more silvery compared to the rest of the parchment she's got on the desk. She goes, and you are allowed. That's wonderful. Okay, so you are good to go. Just continue down this hallway, and to the left and right are multiple different forms of libraries and information. He has much. Good luck, and if you need help, don't ask Maris.
Okay, I definitely won't ask her, but I thought I would,
She's technically supposed to help you, so she would have the information, but she tends not to be that helpful. I've suggested to Raoden multiple times to fire her, but he has not, so it is what it is.
Well, some people are here for a reason, so maybe he's got a specific reason. Anyways, you said you might need some help, So what?
Yes, I do have a stack of tasks for you. And she pulls out stack of different little odd jobs. Like take this box to Corin. Take this box to Adric. Take this box to Colin. Go help Colin with the dogs. Go help Door with the stables, just different things. Apparently, the entire place is very short-staffed, and as she's piling task upon task, she's trying to give you explanations, but a lot of it is too vague because you're just not familiar with the place. She goes, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Do all these things, and perhaps I'll give you something in return.
Doesn't seem like it's too hard of work. As long as I can have, a couple of days of study as well.
In the papers to explain each task. So just make sure to follow it carefully and don't make any issues for the rest of the staff. We're as swamped as we are already.
I'll pick up the entire stack and I'll be like, I'll be done as quick as I can, and I'll wink at her.
Okay, and she kind of gives a quirk of the lips to the wink, and she goes, hey, whatever happened to your friend you were drinking with, your drinking buddy?
Well, there was like 3.
She brushes like her long, sleek, elven hair behind an ear. She hasn't come to see me to say anything. Do you know why? Did she say something? Was it too much? Was I too much?
I don't know. I don't know why she didn't. If I finish on time, I'll pull the 2 shots out, and I'll be like, I can share some with you if you'd like.
I mean, I would take it, but I would actually want to use the other one too.
Oh, so you want both?
Yes.
Well, that's gonna need some convincing. I'm sorry.
We'll see what we can do. But she sits behind. Go complete the tasks and then come back to me.
Sounds good. And he'll give her another wink and walk out.
You just hear her chuckle as you leave the room.
In Zimmit's head, all he's thinking to himself is, maybe.
Approximately 10 seconds after Zimmit leaves, Thea rounds the corner. I kind of had a feeling that your workload had just gotten a little bit lighter, so I thought I'd stop by. As she slides a bottle of wine across the desk with 2 glasses.
I think you need to roll to see if you're in earshot of that.
Janet usually doesn't. Janet usually is pretty spot on about this stuff, so was I right?
Roll me a persuasion check for 1. And then 2, in response about the stealth roll, I would say she didn't say she was like leaving because she had just crossed paths with you. So I'd say she could have lingered and overheard because Alarna keeps her door open. So
also Thea is a divination cleric. I kind of just play it as like whenever it doesn't matter, Thea divines things.
I forget about the part where I asked.
That's the whole part. That's the whole thing with Thea is I get to use little bits of meta knowledge that don't really matter to divine things and do like little cryptic readings and stuff.
Cutesy things. I like. But what was your persuasion check, ma'am?
Oh, is it at advantage for the natural 20 from the other day?
I would say that it's a low check just because low DC just because of the natural 20.
Okay.
It's already into you. But we'll see if the flirting hits.
Yeah, well, Thea has a +9 to persuasion, so that'll be a 28.
A 28. Yeah, she stands up, like does not answer. She just kind of stands up with a bit of like a raised eyebrow, walks over to the door and closes it. And Thea and Alarna are busy for the next while. But what's going on with everyone else? Oh yeah, Kanari. Jen Yin actually returns so when you had gone up to the castle, he had stayed behind and told you he was going to go hunting. So later in the evening, he actually comes back and he has like a buck across the shoulders. And when he steps across the magical, non-magical threshold, he starts to grow and shift. Like the horns grow a little bit larger, the teeth grow a little bit longer. Kanari, you don't see this, of course, but you hear some of the household, some of the staff, intake breaths at the moment he crosses the threshold. And you get the idea that he normally kind of tones down the monstrous looks most of the time. But he comes up, he goes, "I caught something."
Good job. That looks, I'm sure it'll be delicious. Are you planning on eating it?
I will cook it. And he walks past you towards the kitchens and he goes, he turns to you and he goes, "Do you wish to learn to skin?"
I mean, yeah, why not?
And he turns, expecting you to follow, but you know that.
Okay.
And he takes you down to the kitchen, and Corin has no comment at all. He just kind of slaps the buck down on one of the giant, like, butcher tables in the back room, in their back butchery room for the kitchens. It's a very large, like, a whole setup. Like, this whole place is meant to be for a castle full of people. The amount of people that are actually here, even with as many of you as you are, is probably only a quarter of, like, how many this building is made to carry.
Sure.
Except for the guest rooms, which have been overtaken by other purposes. But yeah, so he stretches out this buck and he starts to skin it, and he guides your hand. Even though, Kanari, you probably have experienced skinning things, maybe not this large before, just because the desert doesn't have this kind of prey, this large of livestock, just running wild at least. But you're familiar with the concept, so it's not crazy to you. It's just a little bit bigger than you're used to. And as you guys got it together, it's actually kind of a sweet moment. It's a little gross, but yeah. I mean, she's never shied away from gross before.
No.
And he is actually himself, like, still a little new at this, and you can tell he's like guiding you, but he's not like. There's moments where he pauses. And you hear a grunt from the cook who's standing a little off to the side, and Corin seems to be chopping something, but he's keeping an eye on you guys. And every time he grunts, it seems like Jenyan figures out where he was going again and what the next step was. And it seems like he's worked with him in figuring out how to cook and skin and then cook caught meat. And this is a step up because originally when you first freed him, he was eating raw. So this is a little bit different.
Kanari's gonna mind link with him because they're used to speaking like in the mind link and not necessarily out loud. And be like,
"Oh yeah,
you've been spending a lot of time in the kitchen cooking. You like it?"
Yes, creating something is better.
That's good. It seems like Shannon and the others have been showing you the ropes a lot, I guess.
Yes. The cook is willing.
And you hear a grunt from the cook.
I'm glad you're having a great time. That makes me happy. That you're finding something you enjoy.
And he says, "Xiaochen," and he says it like directly over you, and it's kind of a little closer than you had actually thought he was in that moment, but he's just kind of pushes your hand.
And this You have to yank the intestines out and let them drop. Spill all over your clothes.
That's honestly kind of how you disembowel somebody, so it makes sense.
That is exactly my thought. I am familiar with this.
Yeah, it really is kind of just very intuitive once you've had enough practice.
And he's very much nodding along. But you also, like, the cook in the background seems to kind of like, you hear a bit of a creak as he shifts to look in your guys' direction, and he shifts away and continues chopping. But Jenyon is very excitedly explaining to you how all the things he's learned actually kind of relate to this process, which is kind of a nice thing for him. Like,
putting a positive spin on it.
Positive spin on it, exactly.
Studying
people all my life has meant something.
Yeah, right? Aw, that's so sweet. I do love that for him.
So funny. But yes, he is a very hulking figure though, and he has to bend over a lot to work at this this wooden countertop butchery spot. Yeah. So anyway, all that to say, he teaches you how to gut a larger animal here, and you guys prepare the meal. So go ahead and give me with advantage because Jenyon's helping you, but go ahead and give me a, let's say, medicine check for cooking. You're not terrible at that.
No. Is that Skankho Shannon here in the kitchen as well?
You do not see Shannon for the majority of the time you guys are working together. Although near the end, when you guys are finally like putting the seasonings and mixing it together into some form of meal, I'd say you guys are doing, like, you guys are grilling it, like putting it on the fire to grill. And she does sweep in. She goes, something smells really good. Jenyon, are you cooking? Oh, hi, Kanari. You're here too.
Yup. Here I am.
She doesn't seem actually as mean to you as she is to Karhali sometimes. She just sweeps over. She like, it seems like just natural, like second thoughtness.
But
she sweeps over.
Seem to get along pretty well.
Yeah, they seem to get along pretty well. Although from your perspective, it is more her talking at him and Jenyon just kind of nodding along. But you get the idea that she's probably used to that with her father, the way he is. So she's used to just talking at someone and them barely responding.
That's fair.
So she goes on a whole spiel about, the seasonings. It smells like you use a bit of rosemary, a bit of thyme. That's a very good choice. Perhaps you could add a little bit of blah, 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 blah. And she's definitely kind of edging in to your guys' kind of interaction here. And hold on. Let me roll. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So she's kind of like trying to insert herself here, not in a necessarily rude way, but just in the way that know-it-alls can kind of be sometimes. And he goes, I understand. A moment. I was teaching her. And Shannon kind of like, and that was probably some of the most words that she's ever heard him speak. She goes, of course. Have fun.
I was really about to say that Kanari is like imperceptibly stepping back, but then like stops. I think like, oh, okay.
And she kind of drifts away, kind of like still watching you guys a little bit, but she drifts over, and her dad just kind of shifts another cutting board over to her, and she's like, and switches to talk with him.
Cool. Well, I got a 17 on my medicine check, so it's not too bad.
Cool. It starts to smell very good. It seems to have come along very well from what you can tell. It smells probably better than everything that was ever cooked at the Acolytes. They weren't really trying for taste and enjoyment there so much. Yeah. Nothing was really about pleasure as much as it was about the pain. So, I doubt anything was very thoroughly made well.
No.
But this is, and when it comes out and you guys finish it about, I'd say it's probably been a couple hours since you guys started skinning and doing this whole process together. In the end, you guys sitting down and eating together, a different experience, especially just not eating things raw where he was eating it right away and then you were waiting to cook it over the fire, unseasoned, just baseline meat.
Basically burnt. Just
yeah, exactly. And ripping off like really rough and hard to tear away kind of thing. This is succulent. It's wonderful. It's seasoned to the nines, seasoned so well, and it's probably one of the best things you've ever tasted.
Kanari appreciates it, but not as much as Jinian probably does. To her, she's still kind of like, it's food, but she appreciates the amount of effort that went into it. So,
and you guys just kind of have a quiet meal together as normal, but it's a different tone to it, I would say, of just doing it together.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else is everyone up to? So Thea's busy. Karhale is currently, what is Karhale up to with the rest of everyone?
I think she was just gonna like help out in the garden and try to rebuild everything over there.
Okay, yeah. So you work alongside the old man, Edric and
Jenkins.
his halfling apprentices, groundskeepers, slash stables. They kind of deal with all of everything outside. But yeah, so the halflings kind of running around. Every time you're kind of digging and kind of in their way, they just kind of make their way around you. They never actually direct an order or question or request towards you. They seem to just work around you and kind of nervous, generally wary of you. Similar to the way Fawnal is, but Fawnal actually talks to you. This is a little bit more awkward in the sense that you're like, okay, you could have asked me to move. You didn't have to run all the way around.
Tries to just be like helpful if she can.
Yeah, they're not necessarily afraid of you so much as like wary about disrupting your purposes, I suppose, getting in your way in a sense. But yeah, they're sweet enough halflings. Young men seem to be in their prime, and Colin himself actually very proud of his in the staff. Dor himself seems to want to get another job anytime soon, but they're kind of stuck here together. It got loud all of a sudden.
The fairies playing.
Fairies. Yeah, I think she'll just like try to generally make conversation and try to like make herself a little bit more likable to them and try to get them all on her good side, get herself on their good side.
Amazing. Okay. Then with that, what are you guys planning to do for the rest of the week? Your day goes by quickly. Yes, Z?
I want to go to the library.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So for the rest of the week, your preparation includes some library information here. What would you like to say?
Well, is Marissa there?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you would be hitting up the libraries here. So you would go to where you see books immediately from one doorway, and you're like, okay, this is probably the library, I assume. You head inside, and you do see Alara. No, not Alara. You do see Maris's desk set up against the wall, facing away from the door. It seems like she's kind of not looking in the direction of the door here. Not like normally a receptionist or librarian would kind of set up so that whoever walks in, they can immediately greet and welcome in and everything. She set up her desk away.
So is she the one that looks like kind of like Wednesday or whatever?
Yeah, long black hair. It's very curly, very beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. She just doesn't have pleasant expressions ever.
I'll walk up.
Also elven in nature, by the way.
I'll just walk up to her and I'll be like, kind of like peer like around the side.
He's reading
of her, and I'll just be like, "Hi, wanted to come and research a couple things and see what old buddy Raoden has in his library. I don't know why.
Sorry, real quick.
Why.
Sorry to interrupt. Zimmit, do you have you known Raoden before now? Like, is this the first time you've met him or know anything about him?
I would think I would have heard of him.
Of him, but you've never, okay.
But
sorry.
I never, officially
Yeah,
met
he's heard of him. He knows of the Mad Prince's reputation, yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. I thought you were actually shy popping in for a moment, like Zimmit.
That's what I thought.
Hi.
Yeah.
You're speaking to her. You're speaking, and she is not reacting to you at all. She seems to be ignoring you.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of talk to myself and just be like, I am trying to look for what would the darkness within be called technically? Would I know what it would be called?
You don't really know. I think you would be trying to find something that could probably define that a little bit more for you. So you could probably try to wide net cast, see if anything strikes a chord with you. So you could look for dark entities. Dark
entities, curses.
Zana. In the past, there was a period of time known as the Dark Days where there's not very many records. And previous to that was the Hestrian Age. So the Hestrian Age was kind of your classic magical arcanum age of arcanum kind of vibe, where Hestria was at the height of its power and height of magic, stuff like that. And after the Dark Days, everything of Hestria was lost or buried. Most of the technology, magical technology, even a lot of the magic itself, an entire school of magic was lost during that period of time. And that might be somewhere to start in a general assumption, but it doesn't necessarily explain why you have what you have.
Okay. I want to specifically look at the ending of that era to see if anything relating with the dark entity, any dark entities, curses, or anything like that were to have brought about the Dark Ages, and to see if that correlates with what I have.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So you start with this brunette. Roll me a persuasion check first.
Persuasion. How about a 27?
Okay.
Crazy.
As you're elucidating, as you're thinking out loud here, and you're just kind of talking to yourself, and you kind of lost interest in whether or not she's going to listen to you or not. You just talking out loud seems to perk her interest. Her head starts to rise from her little book. She doesn't flip the page for a couple minutes as you're speaking. And eventually you hear the soft thump as the book is shut and put on the table.
And her head turn around
slowly towards you. You should probably start on that shelf. She stands and she goes, no one's ever looked for that. And she walks in that direction.
Well, whenever you decide to open up and actually get to know some people, you'd find them quite interesting.
I've never experienced that.
She starts to look through some of the books, and she goes,
and you don't seem all that interesting.
Yet you still stood up, and you still closed your book, and you still talked to me, and you're looking for specific books for me. Yes, this might be.
She walks away.
I'm sorry. I need help, please. Come back.
Roll a persuasion check.
19.
Okay. She begrudgingly stops. There's a few seconds where you're like, is she coming back? And then she turns and returns, and she goes,
don't aggravate me.
And continues going through the books.
You'll never find information without me.
Well,
And-
I was told that you're the best.
She goes, I'm the only option.
I mean, there's technically more options, but yes, you are the best because you know the place better than anyone.
Raoden calls for me to retrieve books for him. He
Dang, so
doesn't
you're
even have
like
his own library.
you're like top tier.
She doesn't respond and pulls a book out of the shelf and hands it to you.
Only one book?
She grabs another book off the shelf, stacks it on top, cricks a finger, continues down the aisles. You're there with her for about 30 minutes of her cycling through different tomes and stacking tome after tome after tome onto your stack. She goes,
This is going to take a while.
Well, I have many days to be here. Do you mind if I set these over and study by you?
Why would I care?
I mean, I was just asking because I was being polite.
You're still speaking.
and she goes and sits down.
I'll take my stuff and I'll go and sit down. I'll go sit down right beside her.
You hear just a slow exhale as she reopens her book.
What are you reading there?
You look over her shoulder and it's an Alethi, which you speak. So you are able to see. She's presently reading. What would she be reading right now? She's presently reading a book on festivals and how to put them on in a. Oh, actually, specifically, okay. So she's reading a book on festivals, but it's about a festival setup where I'm gonna send you a whisper.
Losers! You don't get what? No, okay.
Ooh.
All right, hold on. I gotta go. Oh no, I cannot, because I will get off of this.
Oh, sorry. I was about to text you normally, but
Yes, that will be better. That will be better.
Oh, Discord won't work right now.
No, Discord will not work because I currently just pulled the StreamYard up through Discord, so I would have to log out of StreamYard.
No worries. Good to know. Okay, so then the whisper is she kind of closes the book and shifts away and then reopens it. So you can't see over her shoulder anymore. She's also like taking notes. That's why you jump to the conclusion you do.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way, Izzy, I'm so sorry. I saw all your texts. I was just driving and wasn't able to respond to them.
Oh, I figured you had a busy day. I just wanted to know. You're good. You're fine.
Anyway, so go ahead and give me some rolls. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say in reaction?
I want to respond to it, but I'm going to give it like a couple days.
Okay.
And just because I'm going to be already in there researching, so.
Yeah. Fair enough. Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
Okay. I'm feeling
3 consecutive ones, and we'll see.
3 consecutive.
Mm-hmm.
Then
if you so after the first one, you can give me a persuasion check if you'd like to try to convince Maris to help you. In which case, she would give you advantage on these rolls. However, if you fail your persuasion check, you'll have disadvantage because she's going to stop helping you get books.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to use a luck point. Would that just be on one specific check?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Be 18 on the first one.
Cool.
And then I'm going to look over to her and I'm going to say, look, I see that, you're trying to do something very, how would I say, out of your character, I think, like out of your personality. And I can help you with that if you help me, finish this research real quick.
Roll persuasion check with advantage.
20.
Okay. She quirks an eyebrow, like no expression except for the eyebrow raise. She goes, "And what could you do to help?"
Well, if you can't tell, I'm like a little on the, what shall I say, charismatic side of things. So...
You seem bumbling to me.
Well, that's the whole point, because I might be bumbling, yet you are a flat line. So, flat lines have a hard time trying to put on something that's supposed to be grand and energetic and fashionable. So, I just thought I'd lend my services.
She considers, and there's like a couple minutes go by where you think she's not responding and you kind of return to your book. But eventually she says, "And I suppose I can admit when a skill set is not one I have." All right. And she passes the book over and she shows you her notes and she goes, "Give me your opinion." And she will share the information with you, which I will not speak of in this moment. But go ahead and give me some different charisma checks. Go ahead and give me 1, a performance check, and then 2, a deception check.
Deception? Oh, okay. Let's see here. All right, so... Oh, man. So the performance is sadly a 10.
Wait, are you feeling lucky, though?
But I am feeling a little lucky. It is a 16.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to send you another whisper as she gives you the lowdown. 1 second, I'm going to mute myself.
Whispers, Becky's. Whispers.
Whispers are the most fun if you end up sharing them with the party at some point, though. Just saying.
Yeah, obviously, that's the whole point.
The fun of whispers is being the one that gets to deliver the information to the party.
Exactly.
And if you want to, you can withhold just a tiny little tidbit of the information for yourself. But not much.
Because,
because sharing is caring.
Nice. I just wanted it said
Con
that
in a
I
way
feel
for
like
each other, and we still.
I feel like
what
when Thea decided to walk in after Zimmit left, 100% Zimmit I feel like would have just like dropped the stuff and walked away.
Izzy, how much longer do you have?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we'll just wind down with the rest of people's weeks, if we can here. Z, did you get the text?
Well, maybe.
He went into the darkness.
Okay. So who else is up to something for the week? Oh, and then Z, Jared, when you can, give me two more investigation checks with advantage. Maris will be helping you since you're helping her.
No, the deception was a 23.
Oh, that's better. Thank you.
Yeah, no, the first roll I was with a luck point.
Got it.
But let's see here. And then you said you needed 2 more rolls for what?
Investigation for your research.
15 and a 22.
Ooh, okay. So the beginning of your research, you learn more about from what it seems, Raoden's collected a good amount of books around the topic. He seems to have done a lot of research into the Hestrian Age. Plausibly have even found some of the Hestrian books. A lot of these books some of the books are in a language you don't understand, being Hestrian. However, there are different notes that are left in the books, some probably made by Raoden and some by Maris. And Maris herself speaks Hestrian, so she's able to help you with this information. Without her, you wouldn't have been able to gain a lot of this information. But in essence, the Hestrian Age, when it ended slowly, by increments. There are multiple different histories, multiple different autobiographies that end during the Dark Days that resurfaced because Raoden either found it somewhere, had sent some archaeologists out and they found it, excavated it or something. But what you read is that when the Dark Days came into play, it was slowly but surely. The dark kind of seeped into society slowly but surely. And people were changed. Things were changed. The dark itself seemed to infect people. And they were changed into creatures made of darkness. So things like that still exist, like the skull, the scroll, these like darkness spiders, they were changed from actual spiders until they were morphed into something more powerful, more dark, more destructive. And you even find one book that describes how people were shifted, twisted, and turned into something else, something other than they were, by the infection itself. These shadows that spread throughout the world. And that is what began the Dark Days and what created the loss that the Dark Days entailed. Now, the end had been very reminiscent. With year 23, it's very reminiscent to the way the darkness is seeping back into the world so far. Your experience being one example of that. And it seems like the darkness that may have infested people in the past is infecting you in a similar manner. You don't feel changed, but you know that it took a couple generations, a few generations even, back in the Hestrian Age for it to actually take and plunge the world into darkness. I'd say, let's see, what else would you discover? The darkness that you're playing with is not specifically recorded in any histories. I don't think anyone's experienced what you're experiencing or tried to use the darkness in such a way. Although you have heard references to in certain books that are a little bit later, dated perhaps near the end of the Dark Days, and perhaps the other side, some of these, you hear references to a destroyer of worlds. And this destroyer of worlds was a man, or an Oni, actually. It's not, you're not sure what this term means so much because you haven't experienced so much of this. However, all you know is that there's references to him when it's in relation to harnessing different powers, powers that are not normally harnessed in magic. You hear one record that refers to this destroyer as having been squelched, and a term that Maris describes to you as demasculating, or what's the term? Castrated. There's a term that means something similar to castration. And Maris goes, this term is something that existed in the times. I don't know what it would refer to other than snip, snip.
Zimmit will definitely chuckle at that and be like, you know, Maris, you're a lot funnier than what you think.
Don't tell anyone. She continues helping you with books as you go, but that's pretty much what you gain. In essence, what's happening to you, in a sense, has happened before, but not quite in the way that you're experiencing it, from what you can tell in these histories. This might not be the only set of books that Raoden has. He probably also, Maris, I think, would probably tell you, he has his own personal store archives of scrolls and stuff, but you would need personal, him letting you in kind of thing. Some books he doesn't let anyone touch. They're the more dangerous ones.
Would Maris know a way in?
Roll persuasion.
Do I really spend my last luck point on this?
Yes.
I got one better than the previous one.
Oh no.
20.
Oh, well, that's still good. She considers and she goes, there might be a way, but you would need his hair or something.
His harem?
His hair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just, you know.
And he's rather careful with bits of himself. He knows how important it is for magic.
And you're telling me you haven't tried to sneak in there yourself?
That's why I'm telling you, his hair is the only way. I've considered it.
Why don't we, try together?
Roll a new persuasion check.
22, Becky.
Okay. She goes, I do like a challenge. Bring me his hair, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll also have to do it when he's distracted. So, the party should be a perfect time.
When is this entire shindig going down that you're planning?
The weekend. Haven't you been paying attention?
Well, is it the same day as the party? Correct?
Yes. It's the central piece of the party.
Okay. Well, this is all very interesting, Maris. You're a pretty cool character, if I must say myself.
Thanks. I wish you would. Both
sorry.
I wish I could say the same.
I don't know. Maybe you'll catch on sometime.
I imagine she has very long, like Egyptian eyeliner, like all the way to the side of her face.
All the way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
okay.
so I'd say your research gives you the coined term or name, the Destroyer of Worlds, and that the dark days are reflected in current times.
Would the Destroyer of Worlds be any reference to?
And that the infection can lead to actual change. So people had physical dysmorphing, basically, because of the infection of the darkness.
Where is the thing that I was about to say? I am trying to find it, but I am. Oh, there it is. Would the Destroyer Worlds have anything to do with the necklace that I had found? Because
I would say you're not sure. You wouldn't be able to know. You wouldn't be able to know.
Okay.
You don't know anything about the necklace so far. So if you'd like to do research on the necklace, you may. But I would say your research time has been taken up by the topics of the darkness and what you've been experiencing there. I will say, for future reference, you will know a little bit more about history for future history checks. So just remind me about your time spent in the libraries researching the Hestrian to Dark Days Age, and I'll give you more information, give or take, dependent on roles, and maybe an easier DC in reference to this.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll bid Maris a adieu, and I will try to.
I think you guys do have like a bit of a camaraderie. She seems to be a little less dry with you than she is with most people, but it's hard to tell.
I can tell. She. We're like pals now. Like. Like. I definitely know that she got a little smirk on her face. Can I roll?
Smirk. What'd you say?
I was like, can I see?
Insight check. Okay. Go give me an insight check.
Do I even? Oh, man, I have horrible insight. That is cocked. 15.
15? You did catch a little barest quarter of a smile one time when you said something funny, and you like clocked her, and you caught just the tiniest quirk of lips.
I'll just take that and I'll leave, and I'll try to go get Raoden's hair.
Yeah.
I want to be part of this, but Kanari wouldn't have anything to do with it. But Isabel wants to explore Raoden's thing. That sounds fun.
It's interesting. Nemo, what would be Nemo's time spent during this week?
Same difference, honestly. Like, just researching.
Would he be examining the alchemy room, or would he continue further trying to explore other rooms?
I mean, I'm good with the alchemy room, trying to decipher those books and stuff. Other places, probably. I mean, there's plenty of rooms to explore, but.
I would say with your ability to read majority of the stuff he's using to code, give me another investigation check.
She's really trying here, man. Stop rolling crap.
I know. You can do it, Nathan. You can do it, Nemo.
It's not that good. 5.
Himne.
What?
Oh, it's so little. Nathan, Miss Rachel's son. So Aaron. No. Daehi. So one of the Korean friends, her son, I guess, makes her lunches, and she never makes him lunch. She's like, I'm a terrible Korean mom. I never make him lunch. He made me lunch today, and he made her a sandwich, and he wrote like Korean little notes on it, and it said "himne," And she was like, why does he say himne? What does he think of his mom? Anyway, but in essence, himne it means like, buck up, buddy. You can do it. It's okay. You'll be fine. Like that kind of phrase. It's like, you'll be okay. Stay strong. That kind of phrase, all stuck together into one little phrase. So himne, be strong. It's okay, kind of thing. Not to be confused with haiting, which is like good luck.
That's
But
very
himne is more like you're struggling. Himne.
He's calling his mom a struggle bus.
Kind of, yeah. So she's like, what is he saying about me? So it was very cute. I just love that Aaron wrote his mom a little note that said himne with her sandwich. But yeah, very cute. All that to say, what is Nemo up to?
I mean, saying he's still gonna do the room and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled a 5 for that.
I think we don't have too much time left with Izzy, right?
Yeah, no, but that's okay. We're just giving. We can also pick up next week with
doing side comments.
Kanari and Karhale talking. So
yeah, we'll start with Karhale and Kanari talking next time. So Nemo is going to continue exploring the alchemy room, maybe another individual room. Give me another Arcana check. See if you can find any of the magically hidden rooms. And if you can't, then we'll just continue with the alchemy room. What'd you say?
18.
18? 18? Oh, 그래. Okay.
Good job, Nemo.
Cool. So I'm becoming more Korean as long as I hang out with them, and it's so cute. Anytime I say cool, they're all like, oh, and it's so cute.
I love you so much, Liz.
Oh, they. You feel Nemo. You feel the music of magic just hitting against your skin when you're crossing one of the halls. Mm-hmm. And in the corridor, this wall specifically didn't have a door before, but you feel this haze of like prickling energy at your arm, and you brush your hand against the wall, and in that moment you feel it doesn't feel like the stone of the rest of the wall. It feels like wood, and you can tell that there's a door here. As you brush your hand along its ridge, you end up coming to some sort of indent in the wall, and as you brush your finger over it, there's a little button. You click it.
I pushed that button.
Okay, roll me a
There's a button. Of course he's gonna push the button.
I know.
A what dex save?
Dexterity saving throw.
That is a 12.
A 12. Okay. You feel an explosion of magic as you hit the button, just slam you backwards, and you slam into the stone wall and collapse to the floor. So you take you take 36 points of fire damage from being thrown, and then from the fire explosion, and then an additional 11 points of bludgeoning from getting slammed into the stone and dropped to the floor.
So 47 points total.
Mm-hmm. Are you out or are you alive?
I'm fine.
Okay. You're fine then. You hurt a lot. And everyone in the hallway, you see an unfired funnel walking down the hall. Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need I think we need help over here. Calls down the hallway. Mr.
Fine. Just what
I don't know what happened. Why are you? Oh, you're on fire. You're on fire. And he's like pats you down with his hands.
Is there a key for that door?
What door? He looks behind himself. There's no door.
Push that button.
There's no buttons, sir. And he kind of brushes his hands along the wall, and he doesn't feel what you seem to have felt.
He made it up.
I'm just a little delirious.
He's kind of looking around. You can tell he's not really looking the right places, though, specifically. And you could, in theory, guide his hand. You also get the idea that maybe he's not. He might not be feeling what you felt either. So
yeah,
hard to say.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure? I could go get someone. We actually don't have a medical staff man, though. That seems like a problem, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm fine.
Okay. I'll just go then.
I'll just mark that down in my little notebook, and then I'll...
He does still go and let the rest of anyone he comes across in your guys'
know that I
your friend got blew up upstairs.
Nice.
Your friend got blew up.
Nice.
That's not the first time it's happened, kid. At least, is he still alive this time?
Yeah, he was talking and he was fine. He said he was. Anyway, I don't know if I agree.
So he didn't like turn into ash or something like that? He's good? One Piece? Okay. So he's good.
Why would he turn into...
Because that's what happens when you don't eat your vegetables.
He goes, oh, ah. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah. Or do 100 push-ups every night. Pick one, at least.
I guess I'll eat my vegetables.
No, you should definitely do the push-ups thing.
True.
Is that a surefire way?
Yeah, that's a surefire way to not turn into ash.
Oh, okay.
It makes you fireproof.
He's gonna have abs for days.
Yeah, well, probably not.
All right,
days.
Asta.
Actually, you help your core, though. They
It
do.
does help your
Yeah.
core, it's true. Oh, that's hilarious.
So funny. Okay, so Nemo, you do get to the door again, and the little button, you push it this time, and it does seem to click and let you through this time.
Oh.
It's seemingly spent for the moment, but you are able to step in, and as you step in, roll me a perception check.
This is where he keeps all of his stuffed animals and his
yeah.
It's his little
collection of pinup posters.
These are all of the girls of Alethi for every day of the month. All the ladies, the high princes of princesses and princes. It's a whole calendar. What'd you say, Nemo?
6.
6. Oh,
you were rolling so badly.
You were blinded.
Can I give him inspiration?
Nemo, what you do see baseline is you see a large swimming pool. It's so there's a stone. So it's a stone chamber, and at the center of the chamber, you see this oblong-shaped, large, greenish-hewn water pool. It's long. It's long, and it's got this T shape to it. Actually, so the T shape that comes down to you, it's kind of rounds out in a circle at the edge of the long pool here, and then the pool that's perpendicular across it as the top of the T also has circular pools at the edges of it. The water has this greenish hue to it, but as you step up, it seems to shift from green to blue to purple to red to green to orange, all the way across. It keeps on shifting, and it seems like magic itself is shifting with it.
Okay, I'll go and like dip my hand in it, I guess.
Okay. So you go step forward, your hand dips into it. You feel a tingling of magic definitely at your fingertips. This room is currently this room is actually outside of his non-magical wards here.
Oh, so I can feel that?
You felt it on the change when you stepped in. This would have been pretty much the barrier. Like, he wouldn't have encroached upon this room. He wouldn't have wanted to. So he would have kept this as kind of a barrier here. You can tell that there's no one else past this wing. He's not letting any personnel work past this wing. The library itself is even further closer to the study than this area. And no personnel are supposed to be coming down this hallway. Faunal only came down because he heard your explosion. And so as you're stepping through, though, and you put your hand into the water, you can feel all kinds of strands of magic just tingling at your fingertips, roiling through. Roll me a Arcana check.
14.
14. That's pretty good. You can tell this magic that's brushing against your fingertips when you dip your hand in, it's divination magic specifically. And as you stand up, you see the colors that were shifting and changing and didn't look like anything specific to you initially, shaped themselves into a visual of the entire continent, actually. So the colors and the shades and the shifting hues here all kind of coalesce into a view of land, a land mass you've never seen at a distance before. You're assuming it's the continent based on the shape and based on the maps that you've seen before. But even those maps aren't quite matching what you're seeing here.
Yeah. Okay. It's like a static map.
Right now, it's only in the bottom T of the pool. It's only in this bottom long pool here where you're seeing this map. It's kind of where you're presently hovering aside the pool. So you're seeing the map kind of stretched along this space, but you can't see. It's almost like looking at a computer screen from the side. You can't quite see the entire thing until you get closer, and then it comes into view. So as you step further in, you can see different parts of the Duragma Wilds clearing up as you step further north, so to speak, of this map. Do you want to walk the length of the pool? You don't have to, but you can stay near the map, or you can keep walking and see what else the face of the water reveals.
I guess I'll keep. Yeah, I don't. If nothing's happening yet, I'll just keep walking then. Okay.
So as you keep walking, you come to the northern Duragma Wilds, and you don't see so much. You don't see anything. It all blurs out to like this dark, misty film right at the intersection of the pools. And when you cross that, it's no longer a map what you're seeing. Instead, it becomes actually roll me a perception check for determining what you're seeing, I suppose. For discerning.
16.
16. Okay. So now you cross from an entire map of seems like this land, and then you come across, what was the number again?
16.
16. You come across what look to be different specific scenes within the realms. So you come across a small patch of water that's depicting a Purpulean city, the Purpulean city within Cal. So this is the capital city. You're seeing different images flashing throughout the city, different locations. You're not sure why these specific locations are on rotation, but in a sense, it's almost like cameras, like different visuals, different places. He has eyes. You see another scene, what looks to be.
Is it a aerial view, or is it kind of more just a like?
Some of them are aerial, and some of them are street view. So it is a range actually of what he sees. You also see a visual from inside, plausibly the palace, which is the highest tower, the high tower at the city center of the city, the Purpulean Tower, and it's just a visual of probably one of the lower halls, but you've never been, so you wouldn't necessarily know. It just doesn't, it seems more public, and you see people coming and going from this seemingly more of a lower level within the Perpilian Tower. Then you see what looks to be something you recognize, actually, the Calestrian Academy. You see a visual of the Calestrian Academy within the lobby of the academy itself and within the principal's office, actually.
Are these moving at all, or are they?
They're moving because you see people, you see movement within it. It seems like there's life within these images.
Well, but I'm saying the image itself is not.
The image is not static. It is moving. It's shifting. It feels like
No. I'm saying, but like the actual like view of it.
Oh no, those are the different spots. So there's like a patch of purplish water that's depicting this purple city within Kel. And when you walk past it along the pool side, you come to another scene. And this is a visual of the Talai mountainscape. You're not super familiar with this mountainscape, but you do recognize it in terms of Kel. This is the mountainscape you normally see in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Talai Ridge. And let's see. You would come past that and you would see different views. In the left side pool, you see different views of an unfamiliar land, but mountainous. Your assumption would be Elethkar because it's a mountainous region. And you see different villages in different locations. Yes.
No, I was just saying I'm thrown off by the different pools and stuff. Like it just seems like a weird. But yeah, I don't know.
They're not different pools so much as like parts of the water are showing different scenes on replay. If you'd like, you could step into the pool.
I could. I'll come back. I'll say this for the time being, and I'll come back to it at a later point.
Okay.
When I'm not barely alive.
That's fair. Very fair. But yeah, you do see multiple scenes of locations you're not super familiar with. When you cross along the other side of the pool to the far right side of the T of pools, you do see one is a hazy, dark, like cloudy looking spot in the pool, and it doesn't seem to uncloud itself. And you're not sure what that would in theory be. But it seems like it's not showing what it's supposed to show, the murky parts. And then you see what looks to be some sort of island with a building at the center of it. And this one is static. It seems like there's no movement here until you pause long enough and you see like a bird flying from a tree.
And that's not the place we visited way long ago.
It looks vaguely similar in make, but it's not the same building, no. That was Shinyu's temple. So based on the assumption and the similarity, this would seem like another temple, similar in make, and therefore a Telendrian temple.
Yeah.
This one seems to be island-based as well, and the water around it is green. So it's probably in the Norn Ocean.
Okay.
There's other pools, and there's other visuals and stuff if you'd like, and I could give you a list of different visuals that you see, but a lot of them are unrecognizable to you just because Nemo's not well-traveled so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, that's fine. I'll take this information and I'll come back at a future time for this.
For Kanari and Aaron, we can start with you guys next session and see about you guys connecting and what you guys will be doing throughout the week.
Sounds great. I'm excited.
Sorry, one last thing. That's the only thing in the room is that pool?
In this room, yes. Seemingly. I would say you can examine the walls if you'd like.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be shelving in here. There's not even any shelf with towels on it.
Yeah. Okay.
There is no dust in this room as a side note too. Like it is pristine while being just a dark, dungeony looking pool.
Raoden seems like the kind of guy who would have a dungeon pool.
Okay. I'm excited to pick up.
Well, we'll go ahead and pick up here next time with some exploration / fun stuff. Enjoy. Goodbye.
Goodbye.